Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mr. Cyrus, you're a veteran. And
Okay, just say old man. Just get the galis out of the way.
Veteran of this industry is what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
been here for a while.
I've been an item number for the last 20 years. People haven't discovered my inner beauty.
With that body.
Yeah, well, stop flirting.
It's
Why do
been
you think he's worn the sleeveless t-shirt?
Yeah.
What the hell is he wearing? And this coming from me, I'm the worst dressed person I know. Like everybody who knows me knows I'm bad, with clothes.
Your t-shirt says.
His t-shirt
WSD,
says
welfare of
wolf.
stray dog. Bro, I'm a
It is
dog
a
person.
dog.
Welfare of stray dog.
Same.
As in dog, not pussycat.
Okay. Yeah.
Watch it.
Yes, sir.
We got no filter here. but I do like the outfit.
You like it?
Yeah, I mean,
I thought you would appreciate it.
it is what it is. I mean,
He's got it in like 7 different
Yeah,
colors.
the same thing he has.
I have
in,
this
it
like,
brings out your early Russell Crowe from Gladiator, as far as I'm concerned.
I like it.
Yeah.
I really like
There
that.
you go, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. He hasn't even seen Gladiator.
I have.
And he thinks Russell Crowe's a bird.
No, I have seen
You
Gladiator. I think last week I saw it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're lying now.
I
That's
really
too
am
much of a
not.
coincidence. We're having this conversation.
I did
What was
watch
the
it
other
last
thing?
He
week.
does
I
and
walked
watch
on the-
movies at night.
Like
so.
my go-to thing to do at night is like put on a classic and watch it. Something
It's
I've
called a
not
classic
seen.
now. I thought it was that old. But you got Enter the Dragon. I'm a huge
Yeah.
Bruce Lee fan. I love.
This is one of the best movies.
Yeah.
Like, we love
He's-
it.
Love Bruce Lee. Who can do a Bruce Lee like impression?
Stewie.
Why am I being
Stu.
thrown under the bus?
Stu.
I can't. I really don't know.
Can you at least do this?
The one when he wipes his blood off.
Don't ask me what it means, but it's a fight. A fight happens after that.
I could
There's
do
an
an
awkward
impression,
silence
but
when I was
like-
doing that. This guy's lost his mind.
He's thinking what?
Hey, okay, before we like go into the movies and
Yeah.
everything else, we
Bro, your voice is unbelievable. And this is not a
Good?
criticism. No, it's like you have no emotion.
it's very like
It's like a staccato. It's just there's no up and down, man. What are you doing? What's he like in a fire or something? When he's shouting, "Bachao, bachao!" You're going mad, and he's like, "It's
Bachao.
really bad. I'm not feeling any pain yet."
Guys, we're in danger.
But yeah,
We
but
should
I'm thinking.
what do you like?
I've-
An orgasm? What's your orgasm like?
Orgasm is silent.
मेरे
Like
जैसा
every man
तेरा
ever.
orgasm अकेला है. The solo orgasm. We males have to fight back, bro. These women are getting away with all this shit. No?
With
There's a whole theory that women pleasure themselves better by themselves, as in the. I'm not saying lesbianism. That's not a bad thing either. But
yeah.
female can do more to her body than the male can ever do.
That is true, though. What can
Come
we
on.
I always hire a female first. I'm like, do your bit, then I'll come in for the final.
The finisher.
Shoot out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
nice.
Undertaker or the.
Okay, watch it. Now we'll get cancelled fast. Which country can we go to? Donald Trump is there. We'll always look good.
Hey, I was gonna say.
Why is your editor walking around like a... He's giving me the creeps. Do you have a camera on him? Can you put a camera on this guy?
We can turn our phone on and keep it
Yeah.
on him. Motion tracking.
He's just making sure everything.
He's
is
just walking around with lack of respect for the guest. I mean, he thinks that nobody... He's like, ek din Amitabh Bachchan aayega and all that. This is like warm up.
Wait, in your podcast, like all the cameras are set and no one touches them and things
My
go perfect.
podcast is the worst.
Okay.
Okay? No one's... It's like a government job.
That's why, what is he up to?
तेरे पास mic भी नहीं है.
हाँ ना.
Have some sense of professionalism. Get a mic.
Yeah.
How informal can we be? No, bro, you're great. You're great. You're great.
I'm
But he seems happy. Yeah.
He's happy. He's
Yeah.
chilling. He
On the
does his
outside.
thing.
I don't know. He's playing a game or playing with himself. I can see one hand. I don't know what he's doing. Both hands up, please. No smiling.
Hands where I can
तू
see
नीचे
them.
क्यों देख रहा है? He himself is checking. He can't tell if he's effing around. Bro, you're special. I'm not getting into this.
I'm gonna try again to carry this conversation. People our age, we remember you from MTV, and I think Bakra.
Yeah.
I mean, if
That's
you-
the first thing.
And the week that was.
I mean, it's pouring out the
both.
affection and love.
No, that's like what were you doing before that? Like where has
I was scratching a lot because I was, I live in hot conditions. What did I do in my life? You want a boring story?
you've lived in Bombay all your life?
I've unfortunately not been able to leave. I've tried many times with construction work in Malabar Hill is very bad, so you can't even
Right.
get out. And all the VIP culture that, drives me mad. Just the other day in pouring rain, they're still stopping us. People are dying in the waters, They're still saying, "Nahi, saab aa raha hai, saab aa raha hai." People are drowning in front of you. Like, clear it. Oh, clear what? You're dead. You're going into gutters. You're stepping on our heads. Well, you have to clear the area.
साहब आ रहा है.
And the best part is they triple park in Malabar Hill, the police. And they park on the wrong side and everything. And when I ask them, they say protocol. fantastic answer. I don't even know what it means. I want to use this. You want to confuse someone, just, you've done something wrong civically.
Protocol.
Yeah. This is my gift to you, boys.
This is actually solid advice.
It's a great advice.
Yeah.
It
Great
means,
advice.
what does it mean?
There are
just
these like
protocol.
words, bro, keywords like this,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
policy
Policy.
at a shop.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
go and you want to return policy, if
Technical issue?
technical issue,
In a planes and all that, because of technical reasons.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? You're about to die. Imagine the plane's going down 36,000 feet. You're about to die because of technical reasons. Now tell me what went wrong.
Now's a good time.
I remember.
He's laughing, huh? I think he's watching another podcast. That's cool.
I remember when I was young, we'd go to cyber cafes.
You don't say, I remember when I was young, when some 70-year-old is sitting in front of you. That's just rude. How can he say that?
When I was young,
I remember when I was young. I'm talking Shah Jahan, Taj Mahal. He built it in front of me. I mean, he didn't do a damn thing. He was sleeping.
with all the people with one
All his guys were.
But is that true? I don't know if that's true. There's a lot of
like a lot
hearsay.
of work.
No, I'm like, why cut everybody's arms and legs off after they build you your thing? And that's really rude. Genghis Khan, it is true. After he was buried, the soldiers that buried him were all killed. So nobody knew.
Yeah,
Where
no one
he
knows
was.
where he
Yes,
is.
nobody knows the burial ground.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm a direct descendant. See,
What?
no hair on the chest.
What?
Genghis.
Woof.
Insane.
Yeah, woof. Mongolia, my country, man. Check policy.
So what did you do after you moved from?
Wow, you're so
Mongolia?
serious, bro. You're scaring me, man. It's like my mom.
like how,
Even looks like her.
like how did you get into entertainment?
Brother,
Our audience is very young.
Yeah.
So, like younger than
But
us
they die
also.
faster.
Uh-huh.
How can you say that? Just kidding. How do I know, man?
Hey, probably,
Yeah.
probably right, but
No, so I come from my father was a lawyer, grandfather lawyer. All I'm a South Bombay boy, so all lawyers, engineers, rich people, business people. If you had only two drivers, you were middle class. It was like that. Damn, it was horrible growing up. Yeah, we were one of those. So but I started doing plays and stuff. To cut a long story short, and from there I got an offer to I think Channel V first. I don't know if you remember this. There was a thing called Channel V,
Yeah.
which Indians pronounce we. So that used to drive the foreigners mad because they were trying to, promote the new name and all that. Hey, have you seen Channel V? I was like, no, it's a V. So that went on for half an hour. I don't know why I digressed. Anyway, I landed up in MTV. Long story short, worked there for a few years till 2010, I think. And then I don't know. Then I did a show called Week That Wasn't. And then I'm stuck in a podcast. My life's gone nowhere. My career is fucked. And I live with my mom, like Prince Charles. Well, he doesn't live with my mom, but he used to live with his mom. Yeah. That's my story.
Were you always like this? Like
What do you mean?
no, like
no, like now you went on a whole.
I was trying to, they ask us these questions all our lives, growing up. I want to change the story. Sometimes I want to say, I came from Peshawar, I'm a refugee and, life was hard.
Just to make it interesting.
Yeah, just to make it interesting. I feel if you become really famous, which I'm not, if you really become famous, you must have a bad backstory. Maybe they make it up. You never know.
Yeah.
You got to say,
Yeah.
I was, my stepfather, sexually abused me, but I liked it till I was 14. Then I realized it was wrong, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not correct.
I've actually heard the story from.
That's my story. But don't you think it gives you some affirmation in life?
Yeah, it's
How
like
can you I'm sorry, I don't know your background, but you all look like you didn't suffer.
no, we did.
And
trust me, we did.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, you got your periods early? What? Bro, what are you talking about?
No, there has been a little bit of a suffrage that's happened.
Okay. So there could be many things. It could be
Yeah.
family issues, health issues, wealth
for sure.
issues.
Family issues, though. This one, like,
Come on, man. I'm just sitting
he's
over
a
here.
Okay, let me
Child-
guess. They abandoned him.
No, he
No, no.
he wishes.
they abandoned each other.
Is there really something?
No, they just split up. That's it.
Oh, divorce.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but that's a
That's
little,
a common
not to put it
occurrence.
down, but there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
Some people have these unique things that happen,
No, he went through it when it wasn't cool. Like,
Oh, okay.
I was a
You were very
founding
young?
father.
How old were you?
I don't
You don't remember how old were you when your parents split?
70.
like when I split. When they officially
You didn't
I was sorry. When they officially
He
split,
split after that.
Scary guy.
I was quite old when they officially got on paper. I was around.
No, when you were emotionally bothered by the situation.
Yeah, that was
how
like
old were
10,
you?
11.
That's a bad
11,
age, yeah,
yeah,
to have this happening. I guess a little older would perhaps be better. You should ask them next time. Sorry, I've no right to say anything. Yeah. So I didn't have a really hard life, man. My life was just boring. Continues to be so, and I still live in the same place. That's the sad part. I've gone nowhere. Geographically, I think it's good to go. I keep telling my kids that, just go somewhere, just pretend to work, whatever.
But the thing is, you started only from Malabar Hill. That's like.
Yeah, how much
Yeah,
higher?
man.
If you live in
That's the
Bombay,
problem. So
can
when
you
I
go?
was working in MTV, all the guys come from Delhi, Kerala, this, that, and they all come in melting pot, find rooms to stay in. But whatever they do, they get better in life because, they've started at the bottom. Here you start now, to buy another flat in Mumbai, I'll need 20 crores. So when I made a little money, I could buy an Andheri. So that would look really bad. Like Rohan Joshi, this comic.
Yeah, we know.
He's younger than me, but he's from the next lane. So one day he moved to Andheri and I told him, bro, that means, you look like you failed. Because your dad comes to Mumbai Hill, he's done really well, corporate guy, blah, blah, blah. Your sister's also in Mumbai Hill, married again, and still in the lane. And you went back to Andheri having become a successful comic, which sounds like a paradox in terms because, no, shout out to Andheri, lovely place. Balls. Great place to
just
go to.
between us.
If you want to take a girl on a date, go to Andheri and then just wait for the metros to start and, all be good. Yeah. Lovely place.
No,
It's called Andheri, which means like darkness.
Yeah.
Roughly translated.
See, we are Pune boys.
Oh, you're
All
Pune
of us.
boy?
Yeah, we moved here 2 years ago.
We've leveled up a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm originally from Iran. So
So he moved.
You're
leveled up a lot.
Iran?
yeah.
Oh, we've got some genetics in common there.
That's why
Yeah,
we
that's
might
why
be
he knew what he was
related.
saying.
Got a big mind.
Yeah. Big open mind.
Oh, nice.
Take mine.
You speak Farsi?
Yeah.
Dari? You speak all this? Excellent.
Farsi.
Speak in Farsi. Tell me that you're making love to this really fat woman and you're feeling really beautiful about it. Go.
See, the problem.
And if you
How
lie,
does that work?
I have Irani friends. They will find out every word.
I know how to say it. The problem with this statement is the only people who will understand it is my parents who are watching it.
Your mom is going to be worried as to why you're making love to a fat girl.
Yeah. That'll be the problem. Won't be the
She'll be like,
sex
what the
part.
fuck is wrong with you?
Why do you choose this girl? Your parents are typical, man.
My parents have been talking about it though. They're like, okay,
They want to push you into marriage?
not push me into
Have
marriage,
sex
but
with a fat woman.
There's a big Irun population in Pune, no? At least
There
we
Yeah,
used to
there used to be
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in the
we
day,
are
for
from
sure.
that batch.
be.
only.
Yeah.
But we never left.
So are you getting married?
Not now, but now.
Obviously not now, but we're here. I mean,
No, but it doesn't
Now
look
I'm
like.
contemplating. Like, should I? I'm
one
only
second.
with an
You
Indian.
alpha male. There's also a female involved. You can't just contemplate. She has to be okay with it.
He doesn't have a female involved.
Acha. So you're saying we'll
he's saying.
medicate this girl, and then in Pune we'll have this big. I don't know. I'm just what will.
No, so I've always been with Indian girls, like, because I've lived here all
Okay,
my
now be
life.
very careful.
But now
I'm your lawyer. I'm telling you, we have to be careful with the next.
And they're amazing.
yeah.
no, they're great,
Yeah.
great women.
So what you have to marry an Irani girl? Is that it?
I've never been with one, so I don't know what that would be like.
Okay, it's called the car culture of the world.
Okay.
You must drive a car before you buy it. You must know everything about the car before you buy it. You must not let the salesman fool you before you buy it.
Test drive.
I don't.
I know.
Yugu bhai, yaar, why? Like,
Then again, there's second-hand market. Much cheaper. What about you guys? You're getting married?
No chance. Not anytime soon.
All around the
Not any.
29, 28, 27, somewhere there, right?
Seven.
Yeah, a little younger.
He's
than that.
7.
Time. Why are you getting married? Editor ji, umar kya hai? 24. I would say 15 years for you. For minimum.
When did you get married?
Tuesday. She didn't show up. Found somebody on the road. Female, not human, but animal. I'm just kidding. I got married. I got married in 2001.
2001.
Yeah, Jan 3rd.
Damn.
Yeah.
You can't ask what was it.
No, I'm trying to remember
He's
the date
watching
now
this.
because next year apparently will be 25. She told me.
This year would have been.
But she's a lifelong leftist, so I'm hoping we won't spend money. We just say 25, happy anniversary, you're still here. You know what people say after 25.
You're still here.
What do you say?
What else do you say? Yeah.
What else can you say?
So you were what, 30 when
I was 29.
29?
These questions are getting very, very personal and I'm getting scared. Are you with my in-laws?
It's like
He's in on it.
It looks like it.
we're at that age where if we have anyone here who's been married, we ask him, like, because we're trying.
Him or her? You have no females?
Her
Very
is
rare.
like their opinion is kind
Bro,
of.
it's not Iran. We can talk about females.
Hey, women, we don't have a lot of married women here on here.
Around here? Yeah.
Married women. I
But
think
stop
had
it, boys.
only
What are you
like-
talking about? The guests or just women in general?
Both.
Editor साहब, can I come and sit with you? ये तमीज़ से बात नहीं करते ये लोग.
I love how he's talking.
Married woman is.
She give a mic.
We should actually
Yeah, we'll get one for you.
next time.
Next one, we'll cut it.
Which you control.
Yeah.
Like a remote control. Like
Whatever.
Ornob. You do an Ornob. Where you can just shut the guest off whenever you feel like. You've spoken enough. Bas.
Yeah, that's
India
the
doesn't want to hear your voice. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Honestly, after doing this podcast for 4 years, I get it now.
What?
Like, I get why he has a mute button next to him. Like sometimes you're just like, you would get it. Like sometimes you're talking to a guest and you're like,
No, but Ornob and I come from the same school where we just keep talking, so it doesn't really matter. It happens to other people who are listening. The ones who are really good at interviews, they listen. So those guys have a problem. What do we care? We just keep talking. We ask the question, answer it. Ask the next question, answer it. The guy just, he can hang on and be part of the chorus, not you.
Yeah.
yeah. It's so funny when people come on your podcast and they're trying to like promote
I get
a movie
told
or
all the
something,
time.
and you're like,
He just shuts them off. Right? He's like, fuck this. Let's not do it.
Well, I've been lucky. I think most people come and have a good time or pretend to have a good time. But if there's a serious person, and they want to tell you something serious, they actually warn you sometimes, like on camera. Like, bro, let me finish. Bro, you know, one of those. It's like awkward moment number 17. It is what it is. Yeah.
but do you not like having serious conversations?
No, I don't mind anything. For me, this is just, I don't know what you guys think of the podcast, but having worked in all these different, worked is the wrong word. What the hell we did in the different lines, you know. This is the easiest job, man.
Yeah.
I don't wear pants most of the time. You know, I wear whatever I want to. Just my Welfare Stray Dog t-shirts, I walk around with them. There's no makeup. Today I had to do makeup because it was a branded shoot, so money was involved. So they think suddenly we have to make the guy look presentable because somebody paid for it. I was, who cares? It's like, you know, just put him on. Put the guest on. Put the light on. And our editor, honestly, bro, I'm telling you, this guy is fantastic. This guy is Russell Pokuti. He's going to win an Oscar. My guys, all they do is want to smoke cigarettes. So half the time we start, they aren't there. Because they have to go down to smoke. So, I mean, every time it's the same story. Yeah.
No, so we had to like kind of get around that. So he lives with us now. So
We lock him up.
If your parents are watching, I'm against this. I'm liberal, but I don't think they should live together. I think it is your business, your private life, and I should not, you know, tell you what to do. But living together,
this is like
you're crossing the line, brother.
This is a professional thing,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
it's like a
What's the sleeping arrangements like? Let's just get the elephant out in the room back
We
again.
all sleep together.
Okay. And in the same room.
Absolutely.
All right. And what are the positions that you frequent?
That
Depends
we
on
can't.
the day.
Cyrus, come on.
Well, all different answers. He's saying depends on the day. Yeah, I can't tell you. I mean, suddenly he lost his voice.
Have you seen
he's
having flashbacks.
He's that guy who's at that age where, am I? You look in the mirror and say, oh, what the hell?
yeah. It does sometimes, you know, if you live with like 6 dudes, it's like
I have a theory, honestly, that for sex, definitely women, there's no question.
100%.
I mean, we are programmed, the straight ones are programmed, there's no doubt. But everything else, sometimes you think, you know, maybe a man would be more fun.
Yeah.
Watching the movie, eating dinner. You know, we can watch a game and not talk for nobody cares, no?
Exactly.
Yes.
These things will never change. If the wife or girlfriend, sometimes, you know, if you've not given enough attention, you start losing brownie points very quickly.
Yeah.
What man has ever observed the other man talking or not talking? It's never
Exactly.
entered our brain.
Yeah.
that's becoming like a problem for us now because we have so much fun just hanging out.
And so now you hate girls.
No, it's
Yeah. You don't hate them, but it's just like it has to be like 2
Fun.
weeks need to go by where we're like, we need some like females around.
No, I can't live without females, brother. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a horrible world.
Yeah.
But like if you're watching a movie, they want to tell you how they feel about every scene.
And they want to ask you questions.
Do you have this thing which I used to get a lot of, which is the reference to context from the art or the movie from our lives? Everything is mirrored into our lives. I mean, it's a martial arts film and the guy's beating the other person up, and I'm like, what's to do with art? But they'll find.
And they'll find
You know,
some
they'll
sort of
find some and ridiculous thing is the way you looked at Shilpa the other day. You know, what's it got to do with Bruce Lee beating up Chuck Norris? But they'll find a way. Women, stop teasing us, all right? 4 generations of men. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just hoping we're different ages. You don't count, bro. Keep your hands up. Don't you feel he's vulgar? His hands are always
He's
here. That's
disgusting.
all I see is a guy like this. This is the view I'm getting.
And the finger just moves.
No, and look at the
randomly.
smile. This is a masturbating smile. Think of, there's always like a half smile when a man is playing with himself. I wish I had a camera on this guy. Oh, he's laughing. Are you coming or laughing? Or are you
That's his orgasm.
laughing?
At what
Half
point do
come,
you
half laugh.
start the smile? Like,
It depends on how big the orgasm is.
okay, like,
midway.
no, but that is usually a sad endeavor for guys. Like, they're never happy about. You have to be like really happy with yourself to be smiling during the
No,
act.
when you're alone, you're always happy. Haven't you noticed that? Most of the time. I mean, if they dump you, that's a different alone. I'm sorry to bring it up, but yeah.
Thanks, Cyrus.
Sorry. I shouldn't. Boys club, I shouldn't get bond. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. No, I like alone. Well, you're still young, so I guess maybe it's a different.
No, it's the best. I agree.
Don't you like alone after some time? I mean,
Yeah.
not the whole day, but you need alone space.
alone most
100%.
of the time together for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
this male, female, whatever, you just need a little space to yourself.
Yeah.
Got to earn enough money to get your own room and bathroom. For couples, for intergender thing, the bathroom is the key. Trust me, because they'll never understand what it's like to be a man. I mean, my wife would take photographs of spillage on the pot seat.
And she'd send it to you.
And I'm in the middle of some 4,000 people audience. And then I get this spillage and the word saying, guess who? I'll lose my nerve, like I just brought down to earth.
You should tell her saying you should aim better next time.
Yeah, I do.
Reply that.
Yeah, you don't understand. She's violent and not in a sexual way. So it's not fun.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
Did you date her for a while before getting married?
Bro, that's
Your wife?
Very bad. Yeah, we went out from 1994 to 2001, but we broke up for a little bit in the middle when she went to America. My book will tell all, Aisha. The pain I went through. Those pleasant months. Oh, damn. Only one thing I hate about youngsters is that I just keep thinking of when I was younger and the freedom. And what the best part is the next part, which is whatever you're doing now, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Right? So you hang on to this moment because the next one is worse. And then when you're older and older, it just gets worse. Your fathers don't tell you. Why do you think when young men come and tell the males, abhi shadi ka chance hai, I'm getting married and all, the male actually deep down feels bad. He also feels happy because one more shoot has been lured and, one more guy will go through everything. Yeah. I mean, I'm coming for your wedding, man. Okay, Indian, Iranian, whatever, you can marry a horse, I'm coming.
Marry a horse.
Well, there are some who have been called that.
Yeah.
some royalty.
Right.
No names.
I think that's the key, na, to date enough that by the time you're getting married, you're like, kar lete hain na, abhi ho gaya. Because usually,
so you're saying get it out of your system so that you marry the last one.
Something like that, because guys.
It never goes out of your system, brother. What are you talking about?
It doesn't?
Because some guys have
why would it go out of your system?
I mean,
your test levels will fall, but your sexual desire doesn't really go. Yeah, performance gets worse and worse. So, at the end of the day, you'll be like Ronaldo still playing at 64 or something, I mean, there'll still be a league somewhere. Yeah. Well, there's no problem. With half a leg, he'll still be, scoring.
limping out.
Yeah.
No, but it's usually guys who've never gotten laid in their life, then they get married and now they're like, okay. And now by 30, 35, they start making money also. Yeah. So now girls kind of want them. So they're like,
that's a good point, actually. So you're talking about the guys who are socially awkward, then start hitting their peak in terms of career now later.
After marriage.
And then suddenly say, what the hell, yeah. I should now. Yeah, that's the reverse. The reverse teenager.
I spoke to a divorce lawyer once and she said that's the leading cause for divorce. Like guys get...
The man playing around in the second innings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get successful later on.
Yeah. Most of the women who play around with them because they're basically uglies.
I mean, there's something like some girl from the office who's giving him attention.
Someone who
you
wants
talk
to...
like you're the 50-year-old and I'm the 27-year-old. Tell me more, master. Teach me kung fu.
I've seen things.
Yeah. You're talking divorce. What a guy. You're ahead of the class, man. Divorce lawyers, you go and chat up. You haven't even married yet. Man, you're the guy. Are you an investment banker? Look at the way you're thinking forward. I love it. Yeah.
Hey, she's a friend.
Yeah. You like her?
No, she's like much older.
Is she married?
Yeah.
It's called a MILF. Or in my case, GILF. Sorry.
What is GILF?
Grandma.
It's not. Come on.
Come on, bro.
Why should it? I mean, the market's changed, brother. What can we do?
Yeah.
Umar bhi ek cheez hai. We can't control it. So as you go up, the market changes. Yeah. See, it looks very ugly for other people to see a 70-year-old with an 18-year-old.
Yeah, that's...
And that happens. In the West, it happens even more because they do it openly. If you go to a mall and you see that, wouldn't you be like, I mean, it's just not a... Okay, woke and all is fine, but it's just not a fair picture.
This guy, Hugh Hefner, made it cool, right?
He's too good, man.
He made it cool.
Yeah, you know his story? No. You guys know his story?
Please tell us.
So he was like a virgin till he was 24 or something.
Is this so?
Yeah. And then he got married. He had sex with this woman, obviously.
Yeah.
And then she cheated on him. And then he's like, you know what, fuck women. And then he became the biggest playboy.
But Playboy is a bit of a rip-off because when I was a young man, there was only a centerfold, really. You had to do a lot of reading of cars and stuff in the middle and all that. And suddenly, of course, all the boys had borrowed it. So, there'd be marks, it'd be torn. Those pages were well worn. You could tell immediately. So, we come from the porn literature age.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, your friend Vikram's brother is older. He's got 5 porn mags. And they would be passed in the lane to everyone. And then they would check, bro, you've torn this page, huh? You could see his vigorous work has gone on. What a zamana that was, boys. We read porn. Read.
What all was there in it, though?
So there was a thing called Human Digest, which actually had sexual escapades and all kinds of fantasies.
Erotica.
But it was literature. Yeah. You've read Human Digest?
No.
I don't think it's there anymore. I don't think.
I had this brief phase.
You have to ask your dad. You have to ask that generation.
You read?
I used to read like stories and all.
What?
He's a reader, bro.
But I'm sure you would have pictures and stuff around.
No, so UNHINGED would have little pictures, and the same with the picture disconnected. They were just naked pictures and wouldn't really be about the story.
Stock photos.
Which didn't bother anybody. There was no criticism. We were so happy to read it.
Yeah.
Bro,
We used to call it blue pictures for movies.
Yeah.
And Pondi, P-O-R-N-D. Don't ask me why. Okay, this was the parlance, this is the language people used.
That was the
So
protocol.
it comes out sometimes, people stare at me like the way you looked when I said Pondi. They're like, what did you see?
Hey, that was.
It could also be Pondicherry, which is different altogether, and I apologize, but this is what in the 80s and 90s we used as slang. Yeah.
That's when it started. That's when these magazines started coming out.
No, they were there before.
No, in India, when it
Horny men have been around since the circle in Bombay as well. So please understand that my father's father and father's father and all your fathers and all have all gone through the same thing. Whatever you think of them, they've also been us. Then the next generation is us. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It was okay, man. It was quite a healthy thing when you look back at it. I mean, we were learning. Who's going to teach you? No one taught you about sex and all that. So we had to read this, and somebody's elder brother was the god. He's got 7 pound mag. Hustler was a wild mag, man. Hustler was the worst.
magazine.
It was the dirtiest. There was White House, Mayfair. God, beautiful literature.
God, I miss those.
He's having flashbacks. He's like, wow, good old days.
Damn it. Penguin, call me. I got the rights to some of this. Yeah.
Yeah, but that must have been so like, to get your hands on it, you're like, fuck, like, aaj to crazy ho gaya.
And like I said, the same pages were touched by everyone. So you had to be you'd be a little finicky about all that because you know what all stuff would land on it. Because depends on how you. Don't forget, people had families and all that. So where they did their dirty deed, under the cover of darkness, sometimes openly. I don't know how people copulate in this city, man. Middle class Mumbai, when I was growing up, there were 8-9 people in a house easily. And there was something, a 1-bedroom house with kids and all that. How do they have sex?
Yeah.
Like
When the kid's asleep, I think.
Yeah, but it's risky, no?
I mean, what is the kid going to do?
But I
where
like
did
to
that
just-
kid come from in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you like to express yourself, isn't it a problem? Like you're Malini! I mean, both the kids get up. And the best part is the wife's name is not Malini, but you're fantasizing, right?
Why Malini?
I don't know Malini is his girl.
No, like why?
Too much. He's really excited. He had a crush on some Malini somewhere.
But that's how you come.
I'm Malini! I haven't come for a long time. So. But they're loud.
He's thinking of Malini.
Guys, come on. They're loud people, right?
Yeah.
Whether they're in bed or in life or whatever, they're loud people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been made out with a woman who's pretending. Start to finish. So she's overacting what she's feeling.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and you
We
suddenly
have
start
seen some
feeling.
of those.
Yeah, that's horrible, right?
Yeah.
So you're,
Like-
you're doing the thing and then,
Yeah.
and she's like, yeah. I'm like, what? It's not a martial arts display. It's like scary. You know that's not genuine.
You know I'm not that good.
So that's even worse. It's like sarcasm happening.
Yeah,
like,
you're just
fooling
fucking patronizing
yeah,
me.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
Sarcasm. मजाक चल रहा है इधर.
I mean, you lose all desire after that because your male self-esteem is everything, yeah? It's not fair. Bro, has that happened to you? Bro, stop masturbating and listen to us also.
He hasn't.
One hand on the glass, one hand on the Look at him go.
I like how you're keeping him on.
In the-
He's now very much...
Last episode, he was scrolling on his phone.
Yeah,
watching reels.
you've done a.
Who's the guest?
There was someone. Yeah.
Oops.
There was this
Yugu.
girl. Yeah, there was this girl.
Got a girl on.
Yeah.
We've
And the
had.
same discussion.
Slightly different.
I hope so.
We did talk about the separate rooms though, and that was like super controversial.
For marriage? 100%.
See,
That's a
another
one-on-one.
Another one.
For girlfriend, boyfriend thingy, before everything, you might manage because people are in a honeymoon phase. But look down the line, man. I think for own parents and all, just if they could get... Doesn't mean they don't like each other, but they need space.
Yeah.
Everybody needs...
Right.
Separate room, separate house.
Come on, if you have the money, great.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Doesn't mean you don't love each other. Think of date night, right? When you guys your age, you go out on a Friday or Saturday. Everybody's perfect, right? 4 or 5 hours, you drink, you eat, you party,
Yes.
you dance. There's nothing. It's beautiful. The report is fabulous.
Yeah.
When you go home. Now when you stay together for 24 hours, 7 days a week, 30 days, come on.
Like, how long are you going to keep
So
up
let's
that?
let's just keep date night and like he said, and sort of minimize the rest, Man, early morning, I mean, who's nice?
Yeah.
Come on.
No one.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Patanjali products and I use them all the time, but hello. You get up in the morning and, somebody's in a bad mood in a family.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
Yeah.
I have trouble sleeping anyway, and sleeping next to someone else, I have this like anxiety where
Who are you sleeping next to?
whoever I've slept
That guy?
next to, yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah.
It's like he takes the pillow.
Yeah.
Doesn't
He
not
takes
the
you.
blanket, the pillow.
Pillow's not the problem, brother. No, but I identify with that. I'm a bad sleeper too, a light sleeper and everything else. Hate that.
And then you have to cuddle. Like what?
Who do you cuddle?
Him.
The girlfriend?
If I ever am with a woman,
But why are you acting it out? I'm getting creeped out.
what do you mean?
You are cuddling an imaginary person and, it's like a bear. No. It's like you've got a pet bear.
Nahin, but it's just
So you don't like cuddling. Is it the breathing thing? The face on face, which after some time you can't breathe?
Nahin, cuddling is fine for 5 to 10 minutes max. Then
Fair point.
like let's sleep. Like we have to
Fair
do this
point.
thing which is sleep. So
Fair
that we're
point.
That
rested.
happens, I think, like with time. If you're with someone for a long
No.
time. then you know
There,
that the
there are
connection-
some
then you-
male or female, either way, there are more cuddly people, right? They
Yeah.
need touch.
Right.
And there are less cuddly people. Again, it's got nothing to do with your affection.
Yeah.
You have to understand it's got nothing to do with the affection, just the way
It's
you
not
are.
sleep, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe you turn away, but you still
Yeah.
love her. But
Yeah.
you just like to sleep that way. Women, come to me, Dr. Broacha. I will. I don't know anything. I'm not really a doctor, brother.
You're
But I'll
not?
check your rectum if that's your issue. Proctologist.
Have you gotten a checkup done ever?
Many times. I fail most of them now, so I get scared to go.
That's one of the things guys are really scared of, and we've been told that you have to go every year
For
at
a-
least. Get
After 40, 45.
एक
Now,
बार तो check
don't be so
करना
negative.
30
क्यों?
years में.
Free में है तो करो. Don't waste time. They charge you so much for every test.
Free का तो नहीं करना है ना.
That's not a checkup, dude.
No. It's
If someone is doing that for free, you gotta
Something's
be-
up with that.
Brother,
guy.
it costs too much money. Trust me. Every
How
test.
much does it cost?
Everything will cost. They just say safety के लिए ये करो, वो करो, ये
15-20
करो.
हजार तो जाए.
Yeah, unnecessary.
20
whole-
grand to. But it's
Get
like
that
a.
pondered.
And to find out you're dying. Hello, thanks. Die quietly with more money in my pocket. Nonsense. Yeah.
But you're pretty like you keep making jokes about you being old.
You're probably the most jacked, like, old person.
Hey, masturbator, can I join you? These guys are really rude.
Yeah, like, it's insane. Like,
It's okay.
I aspire
Even if
to
it's a 30%
be.
compliment, it's still a compliment.
Yeah,
Right? You
yeah.
can't let the whole thing go. Yeah.
When you start working out?
In the morning.
No, like in your
In
life.
life. So in college, like all of you all, I started working out. It was all rubbish at that time, I think, mostly. But I started working out more seriously maybe after I got married. So I was run away from home. Go to the gym and hide.
How many hours a day would you spend there?
Yeah, there's no correlation to working out in hours of the day, man. I mean, if
Not
you
running away was...
Oh, yeah, that's true. I fooled her. 7 hours plus yoga. Now I can do some positions finally. Yeah. No, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I used to drink a lot. So in 2015, I stopped, and I won't get into why. And then I don't have anything to do. I can't stay up in the night. So I get up at, in the pandemic, we had this thing called the police force. They decided that if you walk your dog, India will die. Or the world will die.
Something
So
weird.
so they kept, they kept screaming at us for bringing their dog out. In fact, my most beautiful conversation was, toilet jana hai. So, ghar mein karne do. So I tried to explain that animals like to go outside their habitat to pee, but they just won't buy it. So I started going out at 4 in the morning when nobody was awake. And I just kept that habit now. It's lovely.
So what time do you sleep at night?
I sleep under 9. Yesterday, 8:51 is the last time I saw the clock, and then I went to sleep.
So this is like evening for you right now.
I'm dying. I'm on my last leg. Can you finish? Yeah. No, it really is. But look, when I was young, up to about 45, 44, whatever, I was a full night bird and getting up late. And MTV was like a government job. The people would all come there. We all had salaries, so nobody cared. So we'd come there, and then a lot of people would stare at I don't know if you've ever been with filmmakers who like to stare at things. Well, and they appear to be very, pensive and in thought. This whole thing. Nashta karte hain? That would be like the first thing. Then nashta will occupy all our minds.
Right.
Omelette pav, bhurji, poha. And that's the discussion for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then how to get it. Then who will get it. So, the life was very at a different pace. And now I realize you just wasted time because you shot in 10 minutes. Just wasted days.
That's kind of where we are at right now.
You guys are doing more. I like this medium. It's very intimate and straightforward, and you actually do more work in a sense when you do a 1 hour podcast or whatever than you do shooting a whole day sometimes. You get more out of people. But they're both falling asleep, so now we're in the finals.
It was just you and me.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I mean, we've been doing it for 4 years and it's great. Like, you're here now where we'll have a conversation for an hour. And it's just like,
But don't you think it's a nice medium to chat with someone? I mean, I know
Exactly.
I talk a lot of rubbish, but you'll never, if I give you 10 minutes on a camera, what are you going to ask?
Yeah.
And the person's defensive. Here, the moves will go up and down, the pace
Yeah,
will go up
yes,
and down. We'll
yes.
talk about
Like a real conversation.
like a real
It's supposed to
conversation.
be.
Yeah.
And the way you guys are great because, nobody's trying to censor anybody and we're just talking freely, which I love.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we still have podcasts where they keep telling us, which
That's why we don't let anyone be in the room except. Like,
but if they're in the room, they should be naked. I think that will just give you the power.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You know how they tell you when you go on stage, imagine the audience is naked. I once tried to do that and I couldn't stop laughing. So I was looking at this one lady, then that guy, and I'm naked. I was just looking through them. Try doing that when you're on stage.
I'll do that
It's
next
the most stupid exercise ever. Because there's nothing that you're going to look at and feel anything except like, why?
Yeah, but they do tell. They do tell
He's
us.
the best audience. I want to transport him to any work I do. Bro, even if I'm making love to someone, you be there. He'll be like my coach. Buck up. Shabash, beta. Last over. Come on, Cyrus. Thrust home. Two to get.
One ball, two to get.
One ball. How do you know, man?
I know it. I know.
What did they call the great cyclist? The uniballer?
do you play any sport?
I play the organ.
The mouth organ.
Wow. You had to take it there. No, I used to play. The other day we were shooting a pilot for cricket, some cricket show. And tried to bowl in Azad Maidan after a long time and bat. The next morning my left quad was hurting, my glutes were hurting. I mean, I got to tell you, if you don't play sport actively for many, many years, don't play.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's like you've just destroyed yourself completely and
Yeah.
all these muscles are dead. And I want to lift weights, so I said, no, I'm not taking a chance.
You don't lift weights?
No, I want to, so I don't want to waste my time. I'm not running anymore.
I got scared.
Yeah.
You're not trying any of this pickleball, paddle, and all that new stuff.
The way you play it also scaring me. When the wrist is that weak. No. But again, it's close to what you said about the guys who go berserk in their second innings and start chasing chicks and all because they suddenly have an awakening and relive their teenage years. I find marathon running and pickleball in our urban population is a lot of men, especially men, who didn't play sport before.
Yeah.
And suddenly turned to it in their late 30s, 40s, that kind of age group. Running, marathon.
Yeah.
All the guys who run, most of them that I see at Money Drive and all, most of them didn't really play sports when they were young. The age to play sports like men. But those guys got out of their system sort of. So they have a thing about the running and this pickleball and paddle and all, which is like,
It's because of all these girl influencers, they post, ran my first 10K, and they've like taken 2 pictures and like gone to.
Yeah. And
boozy
you can see the
cafe.
Uber in the background, Madam on.
Pickleball is that, I think.
Even
Have you played it?
Running.
It's a bit XP, no?
It's whatever. Like,
But for 4, it's not so bad. I think it comes about $500 a head if you doubles or whatever.
We've not played it here, I think.
Yeah.
We played it once when we were in Manali. We played.
Oh, in Manali also.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have a lot of money, huh? So on weekends you go to Manali.
we went for the first time a few months ago, and they had like a.
By Manali, as in you went to buy Manali or you... okay.
No, we had to
Just a
play
trip.
pickleball in Manali.
Tournament?
No.
There just happened to be a pickleball court.
Oh, that's
at
the first time
place
you
we were
played?
staying. Yeah. It's like
It's growing
It's
very
like
fast.
it's like a mini tennis.
Yeah.
right?
No, I've played it for 5 seconds and got bored.
Yeah,
To be
it's
honest with you.
not the most.
We've grown up in Pune, and like in Pune, when you are like crossing a slum, you will see like people playing with those like.
He was almost sensitive, no voice?
He was.
For a second he cared. For a second he paused before saying Islam like, "Main kya bolu?" Or how do I make this sound
They
right?
have these
Like a
plastic
rough
rackets
neighborhood.
that They're
Yeah.
playing it's
The
that,
ghetto.
essentially.
sorry, go on.
Wohi hai. They have this game where they have these plastic rackets and they do like.
But we've been doing that from childhood,
Ah,
playing
so that's
outside with the
that.
plastic badminton thing which we make all the time.
Yeah.
A bit like this guy's sex life.
Whoa, that's a touchy.
He's touchy.
Yeah.
Well, talk about touchy. Tell him not to be so touchy.
Did you catch him doing something or like?
I'm telling you, the visual that I'm getting is always because exactly where the groin is covered by this thing, the soundboard.
Acha.
And then his hands are always in the niche area. And now,
I think,
of course,
I think
he's switching angles, if you heard. That's what he said.
Switching angles now.
Switching angles. This is the man whose visual should be, forget us. We'll talk and his visual should be on. You got your next
I'll
mark.
keep a new.
So who are the guests you had recently?
We had this magician who was
Oh,
pretty
nice.
cool. Karan Singh, his name.
Oh, he's great. Karan Singh
Karan Singh
Magic.
Magic, yeah.
Magic is not his real name.
We found that out.
Mr.
after
Magic.
we met.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had him. That
Did he
episode-
tell you his sex stories and all?
No.
No.
What do you guys ask?
We did.
He's got some naughty stories.
What he like makes the
How do
girl
you know that?
disappear.
No, that's a lovely story. That's your best friend. Okay, I'm done. I mean, come here, make her disappear. Come on, man. That's what are you talking about?
Yeah. Usually it's the guy who disappears after.
Oh. Are any of you in an active relationship?
No.
Really? No?
Just look at us, man. Do you think?
I think any of us are in an active relationship.
But this is
Mix 4.
but for the first time ever this has happened where none of us is
Seeing yeah.
anyone.
Like we've known each other for like 10 years, more than 10 years, and like no one has been single together. Like at the same
How
time.
come everybody broke up at the same time?
No, it just happens in
this
different
economy, it's like
in this economy.
no, it's a little different.
Do you miss
to
her?
date here.
Well, I thought for this generation, you all go Dutch and stuff and like, women's lib and equality and all that. So don't you like split the bills and all that?
No, bill
Can't
isn't
split the
issue.
bill.
You don't
Bill
split
is
the
not
bill?
the
You
issue.
can't split the bill.
You
See,
can.
I'll tell you.
But there are people who do.
No, the kind of girls you want to end up with, they won't let you split the bill. It's like that.
Wow. You suddenly sound older.
like if they ask you to split, I know like, oh, okay, she's probably like if you.
So, one sec. So if you go by Uber, who pays for that? Because the bill for food is one thing, drinks and all that. But what about the Uber and the transport?
If you book the cab, you have to
That's
kind of get it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So you have to somehow manipulate that she books the cab.
My
No,
phone is
that's not
working.
what I'm saying.
Wi-Fi, charge gone, bro.
So in Mumbai, the people come from their own houses and no one's going in the same Uber. Like you come from Andheri, I'll come from.
But what about the dropping home situation?
Going back
After late
together.
night? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's say you're not getting action. Let's just say you have to drop girls home in the old-fashioned way.
Come on, Cyrus.
Safe.
Would you take money from her
Mumbai.
To go home
to drop her home?
or to draw? No.
I'll be like, Shalini, great night. But since you're not doing anything, I think it's only fair that you pay for yourself, but I will protect you by standing behind you right for the entire journey.
And you book my Uber back home.
Standing means bus.
Oh.
Uber poober and all that. Don't upgrade.
If you're
Why are you upgrading?
dropping her
Spoiling the
home.
market for all of us, you guys. Don't do that.
But there are no buses late at night, no?
They are up to about midnight, a little after.
No,
So if you know you're not getting, you
the
might
thing
as well.
is now if
Bus
you're,
mein bhejega kya bhai?
And then tell her to keep the video on.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
get
true.
back.
if you're not getting action, it's weird to like follow her to her place.
But you don't know, no?
See, if you're driving, then you can drop her.
Will you ever?
I've done it.
And without getting action. Like, there's a good chance you won't get action. Like,
she
obviously
lives
you
in
don't know.
Powai.
Oh,
Fair.
fuck no.
Powai? No.
I'm driving all the
Powai with action also no.
Yeah, exactly. Powai with action also no.
You'll
Imagine
take a
the
leaf,
morning
leaf out of
drive
his
back.
book. You don't need to go all the way. Yeah.
You will go to Pune also, bastard.
No, man.
But now, like for us, so it's like very digital. Everything, like you're talking, everything is done on text, and then you meet to like seal the deal. Before it's
Oh,
like
man.
you meet once, third date
But-
rule, and this and that. Now everything is happening on.
Okay. So when you go on the Tinders or what are the new Tinders are called and all that.
Yeah.
Not even Tinder, like it's usually Instagram.
Huh.
This guy uses Instagram
You
like
just DM someone and you get to the point.
Dating apps are kind of like looked down upon.
Yeah. Like it's
They're like,
little-
oh, if you're on a dating app, you
You're a
must be
loser.
desperate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you. We're just talking amongst
Amongst
ourselves.
ourselves.
Yeah. So do you DM people now that you guys are single? How does it like?
I mean, if we
that
find
creepy?
someone,
he has the
It's
best
not-
this thing though.
I have the
He's
best
the best. He-
scorecard.
yeah.
scorecard. That's
How
a-
many girls are you DMing right now?
Come on.
Okay,
dude.
forget scorecard. What's your procedure?
My procedure.
What's the process?
What's the protocol?
What's the protocol?
It'll help young guys who try to figure their way.
Yeah, I mean, I have a policy where I don't share it with, on public. I'll tell you later, Cyrus.
Nice.
You know.
Aye.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a pretty standard. Like if you're doing it,
But what's your opening line to someone cold messaging them?
so first you follow them obviously, and then you have to
sounds
wait
so
for them to
creepy.
follow you back. Because if they don't even follow you back,
That's enough for you to make that initial.
That's an initiation.
That's like
Initiation.
one sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an IOI.
what's indication of interest.
Yeah, indication of interest.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is.
Tell me more, boys.
Now to make it less creepy, you just don't send them a DM. You wait for them to post a story or something,
And
then
thumbs
you,
up it and all that.
No,
then you reply
text,
to it.
Oh, where is this? Like,
Oh, nice.
Some,
You praise
like,
them. It's the
nice
same thing as
opening.
normal.
Yeah.
You pretend to show great interest in their artwork and all
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how it goes.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she says, "Hi, sweetie."
If you're lucky.
that's like a lottery.
That's like hitting the jackpot.
No, but so what's the success rate now? Like
between us or
no,
like
no, no. Like doing this, like
But it
It's-
depends.
it's
if
not-
the girl likes you, then it's successful.
no,
then
no. So
she'll
what,
keep
what's
the
the rate?
conversation.
Like how many of them actually take the bait? What 10%, 20%, 50%?
More than that.
It's more than 50%. So more than 1 or 2 times you go. Oh boy.
So some people like they want to minimize the sign of rejection, so they'll like a story or
Yeah.
something, and then they'll see if she at some point likes a story back. You're like, okay, there is enough like indication for me to send a message.
Fuck, man. A little complicated, but I'm going to do it.
He's going to follow
Okay.
someone right now.
Priyanka Chopra. What do you think?
you should send her like her story or something. Yeah.
God. What if she likes me back? What do I do then?
One Nick.
I mean, it's way more convenient doing it like this, but at the same time, it's just like you feel like a fucking robot at times where you're like, oh, I'm doing the same thing.
Also, you don't even know the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, Insta, what do you know? You just know what they put up. And they
Nothing.
put up all rubbish most of the time.
Yeah.
We're all lying in our Instas.
100%.
What a great morning it is. Check out the airport.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Free Palestine every now and
Yeah,
then.
all that. And sometimes I think people copy the other Instas. What are they saying? Storm in Mumbai.
Yeah.
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 That. But for what did you do? What was your move back in the day?
I come back from a talking generation. It was very embarrassing because if you didn't, we had the intro style thing. Intro was a big word. So you had to get an intro. To get an intro, let's say he knows the girl, but I don't even know him. But I know you. So now I have to go to you and you have to go to him. And then he has to give an intro through you, for me, to her.
It's like playing Chinese whisper.
Oh man, it is networking.
Yeah.
And after all that, the girls still reject you. It's damn hard. And the worst one is cold calling because the parents would pick up.
Oh, yeah.
So then you have to, you
gotta like
freeze.
pretend like.
Oh, yeah.
Dad would pick up and say, hello, is Daisy there? Who's this? Huh? Nobody. It just fucking freeze.
Isn't it? Did you call it a drop call, blank call, or something?
We used to do that, blank calls. Yeah.
Where
You've also
just
done
call-
that.
What?
Our generation was the last
No,
one.
but he's talking about a blank, creepy
Landlines.
blank call where we would call the girl up because we like her, but we're scared to talk.
Oh,
So now
now-
you're one
a
step
creepy
away from
one.
becoming a molester, right? Because you're calling
Yeah.
and she's like, hello, hello. And you're just hearing her voice and going, but you won't say anything because you got no testicles. You can't say anything.
Yeah.
That happened a lot. Oof. Yeah.
I mean, we had text, so the worst we had
Yeah.
to do use.
But they
your
can trace you
mom's
back,
phone.
no? We
No,
could be
you-
traced. Oh, you
No,
called
we
from
used
your
to
mom's
send
phone?
a message.
Yeah,
from like,
you would use your mom's
You
phone.
send
only.
and say, don't reply, it's my mom's phone. And then you text them, and then when they can reply, you tell them.
Basically, whenever your parents fall asleep, that's when you text them with their
Yeah, you
phones.
steal the phone, and then you.
Yeah.
But that means you sleep with your parents?
No, this is back in the day, no?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, Mom, Dad? Okay.
Yeah. But the intro thing is so much better because, like, if someone is introducing
Yeah.
you, there is some rapport.
Also,
like,
no, but then he's got some responsibility, right? Because I've come through, well, him finally, because
Yeah.
he's the guy who knows her.
Yeah.
Then all of us are screwed in a way. A word will get out, who's this CHUT, who's come here,
Yeah.
and all that. And that word gets out fast. It's a small world, whatever college, South Bombay colleges, whatever. So, but what would happen is the girls start liking you, not as a lover, but as a person. It becomes easier because they're all okay to talk to you then, and then you can push your way in. But it had to be it was work.
Right.
It was PR, man. It wasn't easy, bro. It's not like I'm gifted with John Abraham's looks or something. You got to do what you got to do. But there were some guys who would never ever land girls. The girls would just be so mean to them. It would just be, I mean, so what if you got snot coming out of your nose, going into your mouth? I mean, you still kiss well. I know from experience.
the snot would add to it.
Yeah.
Make a little.
After some time, snot is all you got, bro.
Well, you though must have had fun when you
I was
were
in
younger.
Xavier's. So you know the thing about Xavier's, I came from this very poor school called Cathedral, and but it was a school. So once you get into college, the world just changes for us in junior college. And Arts Xavier's was like 90% girls and 10 boys. Out of the 10 boys, 2 weren't straight. One or two had a drug problem. 1 or 2 were criminal types, who just wanted to fight and join political parties and that type. So no girl wanted to be around them. So you had like 4 guys and 90 girls. So, I tell the other 3
better be
guys, let's have a committee meeting here. We can't screw this up, okay? 90 girls, we're 4 boys. Okay, this is now a proper corporate, all right?
Yeah.
This is company policy going forward. We're the board. We're going to do this well.
Yeah.
So it was like heaven, man. Those years in Xavier's. Heaven.
Yeah.
And Indian women are so pretty, And God, I sound creepy now, but those are the best years. You get in, you're so excited to go to college.
Yeah.
And there's so many girls that turn, your neck is paining at the end of it, It's unbelievable. Wow.
Damn, that must have been
Insane. That's just like a dream college.
That's what you think college is going to be like when you're thinking of going to college. Oh, college, there are big girls and this and that. Like,
But that's Xavier's arts.
Only say.
No, Xavier's science, not so, not exactly the same demographic.
Yeah.
And then all the other colleges, different demographics and all that. But see, I'm also a very secular person in life, so I have no problems. I like all types of girls. This sounds wrong to say. I want to take it back. How do I take this back?
you don't have a type?
No, I don't have a type. And I don't have a type about rich, poor, fat, thin, color of skin, race, religion. Means nothing to me. As long as they don't reject me, I'm okay. Isn't that a good way to go?
Yeah, anyone who'll
It's
have...
not a
It's
bad
called
way
being
to go.
desperate.
Yeah. But I think people who don't have, like... People who are not picky, they are just happier.
I don't know about happier, but you know, why put yourself under pressure? Right? If you suddenly want only X person and all that, people go mad.
Yeah, only like 7s and above.
All that nonsense. And what is a 7 anyway? She might turn out to be a 9 or go down to 5 after 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's saddening.
and personality bhi ek cheez hai bhai. No matter what we say about looks and all that, people have to get along.
That adds points.
Go to a movie with a girl you can't stand. Or go with guys you can't stand. You're so bored
Yeah.
after some time, yeah.
No, I'm reaching that place where I'm...
These two.
Like... I'm
Guys.
reaching a place where I'm starting to be attracted to smart girls. Like, can I have a conversation with you? Can we sit down and
Yeah.
talk?
Not just smart, it's just that whatever works where you have a conversation and there's some stimulation beyond that, oh, she looks hot. Because after 15 minutes, that's done.
Yeah.
And you're never going to look hot. So
15 is also a stretch.
15 minutes stretch, yeah.
2 minutes for some guys, even less.
Yeah. But the good thing is...
What are we talking about, boys?
I don't know. I have no idea what he's saying.
You kept
He just
saying, yeah.
I just feel that he's become older than me in the course of the conversation. And I'm his son listening. I'm taking notes how to chat up girls in the 2025. Yeah.
I'm just trying to adapt.
Yeah. But that was a different zamana because the college was, you went through, school was very tight. I don't know about you guys, but very tight with rules and all, right?
Yeah.
Studies were there a lot of pressure and you had to do well and blah, blah. Because joke is doing well in the 10th standard, right? End of the day, what difference does it make to most people's lives unless you do medicine or something? Anyway, so college suddenly there was no rules. The studies were really easy. You had to get some 33% attendance to pass, so you didn't have to even be there every day.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable, man.
What was partying like? Like, would you guys go clubbing and stuff?
Drinking and all started in that generation, right? So we had to save money because I had no money. And my dad was very tight about money with me. So we used to do what is called beer chasers. Do you do that? So we would buy like Haver's 10,000. I don't know if it's there anymore, which is a heavy beer, high alcohol. And then we would buy a vodka or a whiskey, a quart. And then we would chase it in a glass. So a little bit of this with the beer. You get high really fast and cheap. Yeah, the problem is that you get really high fast, but what about the ladies and all who you only meet later?
Yeah.
This is the first drinking.
You're just drunk and slurring in front of them.
You got your worst by then you were, hi Pinky! Myself from Gurgaon. I don't know, girl.
And you think you played a great game.
I played a very bad game because I just got louder and I'm a loud guy anyway.
Yeah.
And then you just become like uncouth and a lot of bad language comes out and you're trying to be very rough and macho in your head. But you're coming across as this complete screwball. The women are just turned off. There's no finesse, no panache, no class, no conversation, nothing. It's just a theatrical performance. But it's like Sholay, I don't know if you've seen the film.
Yeah.
Plus Dharmendra is like completely drunk and screaming from the thing and all that. You're behaving like that. And you think the girls are loving it. And the girls are looking at each other and saying, oh, fuck that truth again. Just keep him away. Yeah, whatever.
You're, I think, the first generation to have pubs also in India.
Pubs actually started in the 90s when we were just about 18, 19, around that age. There's a thing called Rasna Pub was the first, if I remember correctly, in town near the CCI club. But they won't let stags in. So then
That's
the place will get
That's still a problem.
No, so listen, it was horrible because I remember my friend Smita, so we would be two girls and 10 guys, usual shit that happens. Yeah. The poor thing would have to do a acting job.
Yeah.
So me and say my pal Kunal and her would walk in, so they're allowed 2 and 1. Then wait 5 minutes, then she'd walk out. Then bring 2 more in, then she'd walk out. One day we got caught and they banned her.
Oh.
They didn't ban
Ban the
us.
sauce,
They
bro.
banned her like she's the real, mastermind and she's been bullied into doing this.
But without her, you wouldn't be going anyway.
No.
So.
And I'm not the only one like that. But many groups where the women were less, the men were more because women weren't allowed out as much in the 90s and all that nonsense and getting their deadlines and whatever. So we suffered a lot. Really, you're a lucky generation. Just DM someone, the chick says, yes, I like you, you like me, boom, you're in. I spent 17 years just trying to meet my wife. I mean, it's very difficult. She was in a war. Vietnam, way before your time.
Yeah, but then dating, if you did have a girlfriend, what was that like? Like how parents must have been damn strict.
My problem was always money, yeah. Honestly. I was always thinking now what she want to eat. There was a place called Chungfa. I remember taking this girl to in town, which is cheap Chinese, Parsi, Irani, Parsi run Chinese, you know, how hybrids of India. The Irani Parsi will make the Chinese food. Don't ask questions, okay? Because at 12 go there.
Sounds good.
It will sound, you will enjoy it. And don't ask about all the gravies look the same, but it doesn't matter. Just eat. And so we'd eat and we'd have, but I was always thinking, what's she going to eat? Because I have so much money, you know, and we used to not,
That Amir Khan
not
movie.
touch. Yeah. Well, I'm sure many men went through this shit, yeah.
It's still the same unless you have a proper job, and even then, like you're staying in Bombay, you're paying rent.
It's a middle class mentality. It won't leave your head.
Yeah.
Once you start looking at the left side of the menu, even if you become a super billionaire, I'm sure there's some rich guys. You know, Elon Musk is like, oh shit, Trump ordered the burger again. Oh, they broke up, by the way.
They did?
Yeah.
What happened?
He's announced he's had enough of Donald.
What?
So
When
Musk,
did he announce?
just now in the morning, India time sometime. It's just, they've broken up.
Damn.
It's over. One of the great relationships, ladies and gentlemen, of our time is over. Musk and Trump. Gone. 2 minutes silence, please.
True love does not last.
No, it doesn't. Their parents said no. Their parents said no to both of them, but they continued with this illicit relationship. Yeah.
They're like that couple who, after so many years, they're like, you know what? I've been with my wife. Elon though has like 7 wives. I don't know.
And
100 children.
46 children named
Yeah,
with
46
numbers and
children.
stuff. No?
Yeah.
Oh, he needs
Obviously,
to
he's going to
remember.
lose count after.
Yeah, exactly. No, but how rich can you be that you give formulas to your kids? 7x22 or something.
Yeah, that's one of his daughters.
But the dog's name is Richard. Loves his dog. Good guy.
No, he genuinely believes like we have a population problem, like a crisis. That our population is going to get over. So he's taken it upon himself to like
To start a population
repopulate.
in Mars. Yeah.
Wherever. He'll probably take his kids only first.
No,
All
I think
100 of them.
Mars already bought up by Lodha, Hirandani, Veja. They're all there. Americans, no chance. They're building walls. What are they going to do? Build your wall. Already in. The wall is where we start, you know, the kids play and all. We get that wall area. Yeah.
Would you ever consider space travel? If
Oh, fuck, God, man. I hate traveling to BKC. Come for this. I mean, I can't complain about the studio where we do our normal podcast because the coastal road. So now actually I reach in 22 minutes from home. I live right next to the chief minister and the deputy chief minister and the second runner-up. They all live in the same area. Do you know who they are?
Chief Minister. Yeah.
We have 3 leaders at the moment.
I mean, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there are many leaders.
Yeah,
but in
yeah.
the triumvirate, there are 3. There's a CM, there's a DCM, and there's a second runner-up DCM.
Yeah.
So all of them are there. They all live in the same area. So the coastal road is benefit the 4 of us, our 3 leaders and me. We can go up and
All
down.
4 leaders.
Yeah.
I think our generation is very politically like sound.
You've declined into getting into politics. It's almost like it's not your fault. I would think it's more like, you know, the inability of the politician to transform his image from 50 years back and make it a more, you know, gettable image for the next generation.
Yeah.
Right.
That distance is more than, you know, than it should be. So they just have these vote banks that they target all the time and they're not able to talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we only hear about them when they get like pissed off about jokes and like again. Like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Of course. Go on.
A lot I used to learn from your show on politics.
Yeah.
Every Sunday we used to watch it. And
But our show was largely vegetarian. I think Kunal Karma and gang have gone a little non-vegetarian.
They've taken
so
it-
they've obviously taken more offense there because it's more calling a spade a spade. We would go more into the policy and this and that. So
But weren't
hopefully-
y'all ever scared of getting cancelled or like not cancelled?
Oh,
but
They did it in English now.
we did it in English. Exactly. We
That's
did
why we haven't gotten cancelled.
We did it in Hindi for a little while also, but I had to change it. Because it's not the politician directly, it's the sycophants of India. We have this disease of sycophants, you know. So they start writing. Because even in this case, technically, I don't think our chief minister or then chief minister was involved. Initially, it was the sycophants who reacted and very quickly landed at Habitat and broke the chairs that were responsible for this comedy.
Yeah, the mics and the lights.
Mics are
Yeah.
horrible
Good
people.
that mic recorded.
Horrible people.
How could
I
they?
smack my mic every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. What can we do? When you become leaders, maybe you can change the policy. But yeah, here's my worry about India. People are blaming the present government and or say the right-leaning world, you know, Trump and etc. But have you realized that everybody's going to behave like this now?
Yeah.
Like they'll take offense. Whoever comes to power in whichever part of the world. Now, America itself for the first time is saying, you know, politician who wants to go back at the media, wants to go back at you target him on Twitter, not X or whatever, he wants to go back at you. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
And now they're all behaving like school children who get offended all the time, and now I got to teach you a lesson. So it's not just here. And be prepared that whoever the leaders are for the next few years, this is going to go on.
I mean, my thing with politics and politicians is you have to be a very special kind of person to even be inclined towards entering that world. Because if you're doing it for the betterment of the world around you, then you have to be just like a really, really one-of-one nice person.
But I think that dream ends very fast.
Yeah, because
Many
they don't
people
let
do
you
the-
also. They don't let you.
No, exactly. They come in with, in their mind's eye, they want to make the world a better place and all that. And after 3 days trying to, get things passed or pushed or whatever, you can't get parking for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point. You just give up and join the culture.
Yeah, and it's like, how can I stay here for as long as I can?
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
And
everything is paid for.
And get a petrol
Taken
pump
care
for
of.
my family. But what I want is a Rajya Sabha nomination. I want to go there.
You would want to enter.
I want to just hang there. I feel it'll be great.
Oh, not to.
I want to be a member of parliament.
Oh, you want to
Rajya
be?
Sabha is the nominations that you get.
Yeah.
That's the next arc for you, I think.
Yeah, that's
After
one. That's-
like
yeah. So you
TV, podcasting.
Yeah. I mean,
Reality
that's the
TV.
final. After that's just death.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm just sitting in parliament waiting for the end.
That's the final form.
Any questions? Just waiting.
Well, you've done quite a lot. Now this could be like the final, like
This guy's just getting
Nail in the coffin.
Yeah. No,
What changes would you want to make?
you can,
Like if
there's not much
let's
you
say
can do
you're
about it. Rajya Sabha is the second house.
oh
right?
you can't.
No, the bill is passed by Lok Sabha, then comes here and you can argue for a little while, but it goes back to the Lok Sabha. It finally gets passed anyway, right? So we don't have too much power. It's more like a token symbol thing. But I will enjoy free petrol or diesel. I will enjoy free planes and trains. I will be able to park my car anywhere. I'll get myself a little red light. I'll get one of those safari suit guys who, they at
Yeah, they're
Walkeshwar,
making-
they're always
yeah,
doing
yeah,
this because
yeah.
they think everyone in Walkeshwar is going to shoot. And if you come to Walkeshwar, there's no one who knows the name of any member of parliament or MLA or civic official or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't
Rupali Ben who's crossing the road. I can't. No idea. But they are like, when I had my daughter in my lap driving my car when she was 2 years old, and they're going like this, my German Shepherd sitting in the front seat like that. And I said, boss, kya ho gaya? Hey, haja! So I said, kya, Maya tere ko marega? I'm like, what are you talking about? You can see a guy out of his depth with a kid, strapped there with a dog. Driving you should be helping me. Saying, Baba, let me hold the dog or something. It's just ridiculous.
Hold the dog. Not even
The VIP culture it drives me mad, because it's just a waste of money,
It is.
waste of time. And I remember once I asked a cop who stopped us at Walkeshwar for about 15 minutes. I mean, a whole lot of them. So I said, Bob, kaun hai? So he said, pata nahi. So I said, but kahan se aaya? So foreign country se aaya. But hai kaun wo? So pata nahi. So I was just thinking he's going to die because he's carrying a gun and all that for somebody whose name he doesn't know, country he doesn't know. If there was some, terrorist activity, his last words would be, kaun tha? I mean, that's not right. So we've taken it too far. Yeah. It's got to come down a little bit.
India has the most VIPs.
It's too much.
On the planet.
Yeah.
Like it's official.
it has the most P's also.
The what?
Yeah.
People.
Oh yeah.
But also the airports, have you seen these guys, of famous people or builders
paps.
or whatever? No, they come with 7-8 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make you feel inadequate because you got nothing.
I have a big problem with airports. And
Tell me.
Like,
You don't like planes?
No,
Oh.
it's nothing against planes. When you enter the airport, there is no security until you reach the security
True.
checkpoint.
Yeah.
Like you can walk into the airport with anything because they just check your ticket and your ID.
Yeah.
They don't check your bag. Sometimes randomly they'll tell you to put your
True.
bag through.
So there's a whole, what you're saying is there's a whole
a
area
loophole.
unanswered for
Yeah.
where anything can happen and there's no checking going
And
on.
no one talks about
But
it.
see, that's because you care about society, but I only care about myself. So I'll tell you my problem with airports. And that is, why do they take so long to look at your ID?
Yeah, there's like...
Okay.
They stare at it.
So let's take. So I did. I did on my
Yeah.
phone. Kosovo was with me. I said, let's time it. You give the ID. 19 seconds. It's one
literally
name
exactly.
and there's a face.
No,
Why
but
19
he's
seconds?
looking at you to make sure. Like
After 19 seconds, he looked up. Till then, he's just looking. I feel he wasn't comfortable with the language. I don't know. Maybe we'll put in Devanagari and maybe we'll get a better result. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then do the maths. 19 seconds for everyone. Why?
I think they probably get bored and they want to see.
Oh, they're
oh,
very
this
bored.
Guy,
They're
his
very
name is
bored.
Cyrus. Oh, where
Yeah,
is he
yeah.
from?
No,
Where
that's
does he
not,
live?
I think it's just Cyrus Broacha. It's not even that. I think, what is he care?
Yeah.
But the worst part for me is the security check that they do in the middle, where they touch your entire body.
Yeah.
And very often they have conversations when they're near your mid-center. So it'll be like, he's a bored, and he says, oh, Yadav, kitna bada hai Rohit Sharma? And then he's stuck there.
Yeah.
They're having a 2-minute conversation.
Baat kar le bhai.
What a time, And I'm trying to say, Rohit Sharma, 36. Get on with it, man.
Yeah.
Out ho gaya wo.
Thank you for that service, but it's like sometimes it's a bit.
Oh, I thought the show's over, thank God.
No. We could.
Thank you for your service.
Thank God.
It's a great way to end.
Thank you for
Think of me
service.
as military personnel, but I'm very disciplined, so I could be military. But I'm a coward, so I don't think I should be. Yeah. I get scared of my own shadow. I got scared of my shadow the other day. I was walking and, there's light breaks and all that. I suddenly see something in the back. It was me. Scary.
Your shadow also must be like.
No, shadows become lean. If you
big
remember
shadow.
what's it, physics?
Yeah,
So
physics.
it leans out actually, the shadow, generally speaking. It gets taller and all that.
Yeah.
So if you're naked, you got a big. Yeah. But you don't really. It's your shadow.
It's only the shadow.
And your shadow ain't shagging. It's just you. Brother, raat ko mat kar.
It's like
What's this Saturday night like, huh?
probably just
Sad.
going out with us.
Oh, wow, sad.
It's like those mirrors at the gym also. They make you look way bigger.
There is
than you
something
they
off
make you
about
look,
the mirrors.
leaner.
They make you look leaner and
Yeah.
like
See,
somehow-
most people want to look thin, na? A few guys want to build muscle and get big and all, but generally, so they always got, and your face is, that's the giveaway, the face is lean. How do you get lean? You left in the morning, you got a chunky face, you come there, Charlton Heston. Sorry, wrong reference.
No, you see yourself and then you take a shower after you're looking down. You're like, hey.
When you take a shower, you're alone.
Yeah, usually.
So if you're looking down, there'll be more fun.
Hey, shower, I don't mind if it's with someone else. Sleeping is the.
Fair.
Sleeping next to someone.
showering is also kind of.
Can I brag? I have the Bombay Gym record of 14 seconds for showering. With soap. 1-4.
14
World record,
seconds.
not broken.
Who's even recording this?
No, so we recorded. This is what men do.
Okay.
Women don't appreciate this kind of thing, This is our sport.
Yeah.
So you go in.
14 seconds.
On mark, they said go, you jump in, there's a curtain, you push the curtain, so you're outside, you push the curtain, you go in, you open the shower, and you got that liquid soapy thing which helps you go fast. But 14 seconds you have to have a soap bath, Yeah. But 40 seconds is a long time.
Throw the soap and then it just
No,
like
you
slides.
just have to be a little hyper and whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just say my cleanliness threshold is also not that great.
Guys, there's like 3 spots.
Yeah.
1, 2.
I mean, as you age one, you clean the nozzle, you put the revolver back in the holster, and off you go. Yeah, well, wow, bro, you don't need to DM anyone. Word gets around, huh? Pune ka King Kong.
What was the shower in the Big Boss house like?
Oh, horrible, yeah. Horrible. Because, water would go and the water would not be hot all the time. And it would start hot and then become cold very fast and all. It was...
They probably do it on purpose, no? To just like piss people off and then...
No, but a lot of people using it. So it's like the water content or whatever tanker they have. They must be having a capacity and that's all they have. And some of the ladies had long butts. I don't want to point fingers. Ladies and ladies both had long butts. I'm not a long bather, as you can tell. 42nd world record. India! Yeah. But that was, but for me, the food was the worst.
The food was...
See, if you're a pure vegetarian, I didn't realize in India, a lot of people who we think are non-veg are okay with veg. But for Parsis and Iranis, I'm presuming we don't really have much veg culture. So it's very tough for us. You can't just suddenly keep, I can't eat. I want to, because I'm an animal lover, I want to give it all up, but it's damn tough to eat. But these guys can take just dal and they'll be okay. Yeah. I'm like, that's what we give the help. Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, you
This
can't...
guy is a vegetarian.
Yeah. I mostly eat vegetarian.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
good.
but I feel it has...
Why
a
your
lot to
hands
do
like
with
this?
your-
Body language is very odd. Like you're not comfortable with us?
I am.
You're feeling cold?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like if your ancestors for like 4,000 years have been eating meat, how are you going to suddenly...
Yeah, that's what. No, we don't know what we are. And then suddenly we land up and you go into another culture, different thing. You're suddenly like, what the hell to do? So I was feeling victimized.
So-
They take away my eggs. I got nothing to eat.
Why
Yeah,
did
they
take
took away your eggs.
Well, they would punish you, and they know the girls around would give me their eggs. Oops.
That's why the long showers for them.
Okay, we had a budget of 2 eggs a person for most of the days.
How
there.
many eggs do you eat?
So, there were very nice girls like Bebika and Falak and all these, Alia, and they treated me like, a 4-year-old child. So they were really nice. So they would pass their eggs to me knowing that I was starving. I eat about 16 in a day normally.
What?
So yeah, so
16 eggs a day?
Yeah, but it's not a heavy thing to eat really, boiled eggs.
It is.
After I work out, I eat 12 with water, and people come and take photographs because it's really awesomely ugly. I put a little bit of soya sauce.
Damn.
Then I call the
Do you
ladies
like
first,
it or
it's
it's just like the?
It's the.
It's I tried. I don't know if you guys ever get into bodybuilding ever and you want to eat lots of eggs. Never juiceify the eggs in a grinder. Okay, somebody said just do it and drink it. Why are you wasting so much time? So I did that.
That's horrible. You'll throw up.
Bro, forget that. Okay, you just take a little water. You can keep, and you drink it. So in 4 minutes you're done instead of 25 minutes of struggling. Got in the car. The guy, there was a CNN IBN driver, the news channel, CNBC news channel. He said, "Sir, please, aap khidki niche karo." Because the smell was so bad. And then I realized, I could smell it myself. And I stayed in the studio that day. And everybody was like, bro, I felt horrible, man. It is so bad. It doesn't go. It just doesn't go. It's a good prank to play on some friend of yours who's going to get married that night in Suhagrat and all that. If you can do that to him, it would be worth
Bro,
it.
that's crazy.
Yeah, man, that woman would like,
You give him a glass and say, "This will make you."
Yeah, you tell me help his sex and all that. Yeah.
Let's do that.
With
bro.
Viagra
Like
and all.
a
Make him happen. Yeah. Just before, and then send them in. Keep your videos ready. What fun.
Yeah, I have like 3 in the morning and that's about it. Like,
3 eggs is enough.
because I have like whey in the evening, so that's.
But if you want to, if you're working out and you want to eat more and all, I'm just saying, eggs is the safest thing to eat, right? And there's a myth about yolk and all, it's all rubbish. Eat the whole damn egg.
You have to eat.
So there's a simple way out. It's also cheaper than a lot of other food. So I don't know what, we'll ask the vegetarian. Bhai, anda ka price.
I'm allergic to eggs. I don't eat eggs.
You don't like egg.
Yeah.
What
No,
the
he's so fucked that way.
Like I'm really.
You have only
fucked.
one source of protein, paneer.
There's majority is paneer and then it's whey protein. That's it. That's
Whey
all.
protein is not going to build anything, yeah. It just give you protein in the body. It's not like it's really going to synthesize into 10,000 pounds of muscle. Eat land food.
I mean, there's other like chole and.
Have to.
You know how much chole you'll have to eat protein-wise? You can't eat this thing. You'll get like 4 grams. One katori is 4
Even
grams.
soya, I have.
But how much will you get out of it? See, it's very low protein content. So you need
You need to eat a lot of it.
So, and paneer has fat, which is fine.
Yeah.
If you're just trying to bulk up, it's fine. But it's a very good source of protein. But yeah. The other thing is if you can, human fluids.
Human what?
Fluids.
Human fluids.
Yeah.
It's a.
After the show, I'll show you.
Yeah, there's
He'll
Very
give
good
you a
source.
glass.
Very good source of protein.
there's a
Beta,
lot of
batao
it
unko.
around the house also.
This vegetarian boy doesn't know anything. He is so masoom.
No, you will have to find one meat that you like and that you can eat a lot of.
You know,
That
many of our cricketers, like,
take you to the next level.
because of this, many of cricketers, sports persons, they actually turn non-veg to get better at power sports which need all this. They're forced to. Like Srinath, the fast bowler from Bangalore, was
Javagal.
vegetarian. Yeah, Javagal Srinath. He had started eating chicken, rightly or wrongly. It's another story. Yeah.
This guy also, we had this actor Adarsh Gaurav, and he was talking about a role that he had to get jacked. He's a vegetarian, started
So what
eating
did he
chicken,
He had chicken.
breast every day.
Only for the role, and then he stops.
Yeah.
And then, so he'll be forgiven
I,
for taking the break.
I mean, I don't think people do it for religious reasons.
Yeah. No, if you're animal lovers, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the paradox for me growing up, all my veg friends were not animal lovers. All the animal lovers were us. And we all ate meat.
You have to make up.
You
for
really
all
love
the-
it.
Look at the paradox. There's comedy in this, okay?
Yeah.
So we are the ones who pat the dogs and play with the cats. And outside your thing, I found 4 puppies. Spent 5 minutes there. And the veg friends of mine, they didn't eat, which animals prefer. But they had no connect with animals. They would come to my house and be scared, it would be all
Yeah.
that. It's a paradox. For me, it's one of the funniest things about India.
Yeah.
That upmarket vegetarians, not so into animals, but they don't kill them. And non-vegetarians are where all the animal lovers, but they do eat certain animals.
But like
What to do?
But you choose your animal. No?
Chicken is not even an animal.
It doesn't work that way, bro.
I choose my animal.
Either you kill or you don't kill, no?
No, you
Yeah.
selective
Me and Amin
killing
are
is
going to
fine.
give it up one day. We've decided.
I tried for a month. Vegan, not even like vegetarian.
That's too. There's no dairy.
That's an extreme.
That's ridiculous.
That's
Extreme
overkill,
as in it's difficult to have your meals every day. Like you have to think a lot about what you're going to have. Because
What happens to the pleasure eating thing? Pleasure eating thing is gone then.
that's good vegan.
So what vegan food will turn you on? Like say right now I say butter chicken and you get excited.
Yeah.
Now what will give me a thing visually that will turn you on? You start salivating thinking of it, which is vegan.
I can't think.
That's what, nah. So how are you going to win this?
Yeah.
Like I love the potato, so I can live off the potato, but I don't know if you can eat that with vegan. Right? You can't eat potato.
Potatoes
I don't know.
are
Yeah.
are
Potato,
fine, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Then I can try it.
Yeah.
I can live off. Potato is the greatest food ever.
Yeah, I love it.
love
Potatoes.
potatoes.
The most versatile.
It's like a non-veg meal for me. Yeah, isn't it? You can eat it in any
I
form.
love mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told my wife, you're a potato. And she's punching me. I said, no, I mean it like this. You know, you're so versatile and whatever.
Good save.
No, too late. When her foot's in your face, bro, you can say what you want. You know, it's over.
What's your favorite potato recipe?
French fries, brother.
Yeah.
If there's a man alive who says he doesn't like French fries, I think he's a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say I don't eat French fries. I'm strong mentally, and I'll say no and all that. I accept that, but I cannot believe the smell of a McDonald's French fry if I'm passing.
Yeah, that's
I just fucking want to go in, man. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what's going on?
Yeah.
And club French fries, even whatever most synthetic French fries. I just love them. Chips.
You can't
Baked
give
potato,
up
mashed.
French fries. It's like, and people, like I've heard people and experts say it's one of the worst things you
Worst.
can eat. But
Apparently.
you just gotta, you can't.
But sometimes worst is good for you.
Sometimes.
That's what I told the ladies. Oh man.
Now the new thing is sweet potato fries and sweet
But it
potato.
doesn't taste that good.
It's alright, but
It's
it's
a
not.
bodybuilding food. It's
Yeah.
super
Sweet
food.
potato,
Everyone says
yeah.
Take it. Everything's great about it. See, this is the problem. It's like freaking margarine instead of butter. Oh, just have margarine, no problem.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's rubbish, man.
Yeah.
Why would we eat the potato when we can have sweet potato, right? We'll also switch. It doesn't work. It's like baldness. It's a lie. There's no cure. Sorry, Baba. Yeah.
So you mostly eat chicken? Like that's your.
I eat whatever I get,
Or
but
red meat.
I try to go on a free food policy, so where I'm getting fed. And my pal Kunal does this food show, so he lives in the building now, so all the free food that he gets, he sends up. We're good to go. Yeah. So I love outside food, bro.
Yeah.
I have one vice. It'd be like Zomato give me free food for the rest of my life. I mean, to the various things. Yeah. I'm very close to Zomato guys when they come, and I hug them. I feel a lot of love, I offer them tea, and I put my finger in stir just so that
Then they feel
the level is
Yeah.
Yeah,
clear.
they know.
They also.
Yeah, they should not. I'm the alpha.
Yeah.
That's my house, my tea. That kind of thing. Yeah.
But your side of town, you have like better food to order.
You think
from.
so?
Yeah.
I think Bandra's got the best variety.
But
Bandra's
Bandra,
great. We've got a good stuff there, but Bandra's the best.
Variety maybe, but quality, I think.
What?
like-
Quality is
old
the
restaurants?
same
What is
thing,
there?
yeah.
You guys, Bandra West, the other Bandra, not BKC's got these fancy places and all. Bandra West is everything.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong from the gullies and all. You get everything. Like there's a place called Khane Khas. Have you eaten there? Okay, it's non-veggie, but it's Punjabi, Mughlai, homely food.
Okay.
So it's a little different twist to it, but it's very tasty. Like their tangri kebabs, they're like 7-8 flavors. They're all different colors, yellow, green, and there's slightly different taste. I
We
love
should
it.
go.
yeah, we like.
You'll get paneer and all. They're very good. The veg food is very good, but I don't eat it, so I shouldn't talk
Yeah.
about it. But you can't.
I'll try it.
In India, how are you going to sell a business without veg food, bro?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Is this
We
veg-
suffer. You don't have to suffer.
These veg restaurants that make all the money.
Yeah.
Like if you just open a
They
veg
make
restaurant,
insane money.
In Pune, there's this place called Abhishek Veg. It's a 4-story just vegetarian place.
How unimaginative, no?
Abhishek Veg.
Abhishek veg. It's like he's talking to real retards now. He's like, yeah, both simple hai, bhai. Abhishek veg. Now come in.
You want to know the fun part?
What?
He opened a second outlet right opposite that called Abhishek Non-Veg.
Oh, sweet.
He's capitalizing on both markets.
When will Abhishek make up his mind? Join us in part 2. Abhishek veg? Yeah, non-veg.
I used to be the same way with like outside food, but now I've realized like rich people have chefs who make like really good food for them at home. So I'm like, when are we getting to that where you have?
So I had a dream when I was in school to have I love Chinese food. So I wanted a Chinese chef. Wherever I go, I'd have a Chinese chef following me. And
Authentic guys.
yeah, whatever I feel like, I'll just tell him, he should read my mind. Chin, chow, chow. It comes in. But that dream never materialized, bro. Plus, how creepy is it? You're making love in the room to this lovely lady and the Chinese chef is saying, sir, noodles.
I think that's pretty sexy, man. Come on.
Hakka!
Who does the cooking at your house? You have.
There's a guy called Praveen who's a fantastic cook. He was trained by a Parsi lady. He was a very good Parsi food. And he, for me, is the world record holder for deaths. He has killed off 2 villages. Every time he doesn't come, there's a death in the village.
Wow.
But then you run out of villagers. So you went to the second village.
Right.
And he's run out of villagers there. So now he's got a small hamlet where he's slowly killing people. But it's super. Off ho gaya. And just why do we Indians do the acting when we say tragic news?
Yeah.
You can just say, somebody died. Like in the West, they'll just say somebody died. No, in the West, Arnold died. Damn it. They don't do all that. But here we all do this. Off ho gaya. Like a bad Hindi film.
No, he has to sell it.
Yeah, you sell it. Why are you selling it? We don't care about him. It's a village that you made up, you fucking liar.
Ask for a leave, man.
Yeah. Oh, he's fantastic. But he's a real artist. He's a ladies' man, ugly as sin. Like he's a ladies' man. But, whenever there are women in the house or whatever, you have to be a little careful. Because he's a real artist. He likes the ladies. He likes to kill people. But he makes good food. Yeah.
Yeah, you need someone to be cooking good food. Like,
And it'll never be your wife because modern marriages are different.
yeah. The girls these days don't cook.
Yeah. My wife is like so anti-chauvinism that I can't even make these jokes. But they're just jokes. I don't have any courage, so there's no question of anything. Actually saying, wife, in the kitchen!
Yeah.
It's only in my mind. Happy dreams.
No, here is a safe space.
Yeah, safe
That's where
space.
you
Thanks,
can
guys. And don't let this go out, all right? Into the universe. Yeah.
This is now.
Yeah.
It's too late now.
Yeah. This is just for the building, right?
Live, actually. We're live.
Wow. Live. And my wife watches every episode, so we're good.
Yeah, she doesn't watch her.
She likes Korean movies, bro. We're far away from
Okay.
Don't worry.
She doesn't watch
Oh, she
any-
likes Iranian films as well.
Oh, yeah.
She likes
Good,
all those,
they're good.
all those countries, their films, Iran and all, they tell you about pain, pathos,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get hooked to that, it's that. But for me, because I like escapist cinema, if I have to sit and watch stuff with her, I'm like, there's just nothing happening. There's some refugee kid and he's walking around aimlessly and she's almost got tears and I'm like, bro, nobody's getting shot, nothing's happening, they're not making love, there's no car chase. Where's Tom Cruise jumping out of a helicopter? There's just a guy walking. There was one movie, French movie she made me see about two gay men. The guy dies in the beginning, so he's now without his lover and he's just in pain. And then I'm in pain, watching him in pain because French films can do minutes of nothing. And that's cinema for them. There's just nothing happens. And everybody else seems to like it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? He's dead. Give me a story. And he's just walking, River Seine in the background. The guy's walking up and down. And
But there's
dimly
nothing.
lit. Nothing. He's just sad and there's sad music and a few sad thoughts. And the sad way he picks up a card and sad way he has a memory of something flower. And it's just so slow, man. I'm like, I know why that guy died. He killed himself. It's clear. My wife likes all that, so the podcast we're safe.
What kind
is
of
for us.
movies do you like?
I like
Masala?
that. Enter the Dragon.
That's a good.
Like action
I
movies.
got into this narcos style genre, gangster genre, and I'm crazy about that. I can't get
Those
out
are
of
a
it.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like mob films.
I love mob films. I love talking like a Sicilian. Hey, what you doing?
Sounds like Tony.
I'm Tony. My name is Tony. What you doing?
We just watched, like a couple of months ago, we watched
Scarface?
Sopranos.
Sopranos.
I love
Yeah.
He watched for me, he watched it for
I watched it
time.
for the
I was like,
first
bro,
time.
dekh, and I
Is
sat
he
with him.
watching?
Insane. No, I just saw it like a
Brother,
couple of
what you're
months ago.
saying is fabulous here.
Yeah.
He's too good.
Yeah.
James Gandolfini, And apparently he's nothing like the character.
No, he's
he's
a
the
normal
nicest.
dude.
No, he's the nicest, soft-spoken.
Was. He
Was.
Yeah.
Lovely. What a switch.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What do you think of the ending?
A bit disappointing.
Yeah.
I thought he'd die. Oh, I shouldn't give it away. Yeah, okay.
No, but
I mean, it's
been
it's
around
been.
for like-
No, but somebody else will be watching. Why spoil it for them?
Yeah.
But I was hoping for a more. Because it
Solid
always.
ending, yeah.
With the mafia, it has to end badly. It doesn't make sense otherwise. It's just-
That's the reason why it's left with an open end.
But
no?
I
but that open end is also not enough. Because there's a chance, there's no retribution. Or always a bad guy. They're bad people.
But the thing about that show is, like, usually those films end badly, but this has been, it's just bad throughout. Like, it's only bad things happening to him and everyone around him.
No, but they humanize him, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we all like him. Otherwise, we can't just like him. There's enough. I mean, all the affairs he's having, I'm thinking, I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
He goes to a psychiatrist, he sleeps with her. He goes to the petrol pump, he sleeps with somebody. He goes to buy a car, he sleeps. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
What a record. Who's got time to whack guys?
Oh, that's a man with power. It's like,
Yeah. It's strange, right? Because he's the sexiest guy in that whole show, and he's a balding, middle-aged white man,
Yeah.
Fat.
who would never even
Fat,
nobody should look at an airport. No, he's so nondescript, fat, everything, and yet he's like the sexiest man.
Yeah.
Just from the characters.
He has that aura.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I told him, don't worry, you just have to have the aura. So no more push-ups. Alone.
whoever, like, the people who made that show, like, there's no show like it. It's like one of one.
Yeah, I think you get hooked. No?
Yeah, you
Once
get
you guys
hooked.
started watching it, you can't stop.
Yeah. I finished it in like
And you'll rewatch it.
You
yeah,
watched
everything.
everything in less than a month.
1 month. I finished everything. Just kept watching.
And you'll rewatch it at some point.
No, I can watch it anytime.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
Yeah.
I can watch The Godfather.
Yeah.
My daughter was watching it the other day, and no problem. I can watch it. The only problem is that being from another generation, you want to quote.
Yeah.
And that irritates the other person's, I'm going to make you an offer. You can't refuse. Hey, Man comes to you for respect. You show him respect. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm...
It's a good.
That was a pretty good.
I don't think you even watched it.
I've watched it, but it was a pretty good one.
You remember the scene with the horse's head?
That is true.
Oh yeah.
That's unbelievable, man. It comes out of nowhere, right? Because they lit it in such a way it
Yeah.
doesn't appear to be a brooding moment or whatever. And then he gets up, it's a
opens.
morning and... Oh, fuck.
There's a couple-
I know you're
Like,
vegetarian,
did I
brother, but
shit the bed?
that was...
Yeah.
That I turned veg for 3 days. No way.
There's a few shows like that that'll stay with you. Breaking Bad is also one of them.
Yeah. Although I didn't like Breaking Bad so much, but all my pals love it.
It's the same genre pretty much.
It is. But for some reason, I didn't get into it so much. Yeah. But I do like the beatings and all that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Narcos are fantastic.
Yeah. The first 2 seasons were
The
nice.
first two.
I feel after they lost the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also starts becoming, it's something in a Hindi film, no?
Yeah.
After some time,
After it was just a little too over dramatic.
What else is there in that?
In this genre?
Then there's Pornhub.
Oh,
That's
I got-
that's a classic.
evergreen.
I'm a critic. As in, I actually write critical articles. And I
The
send
comments.
it out. Yeah, I point out flaws.
Yeah.
Man talking too much. You know, that kind of thing immediately. Spoiled my mood.
Plot holes.
Look at this guy laughing. This is the porn addict out of all
That
you
is,
guys.
yeah.
I can tell you right now, I'm reading him.
But I've kind of like let it go. It's been a while.
You haven't played with little Amin?
No, but I pay him a visit every now and then. I just, like the porn, I've kind of.
Yeah. But you get the real thing, no? You're not some married loser.
I mean, if you've gotten the real thing, then it becomes a little. You're like, okay, this is not. It's not like.
It's fair. I mean, honestly, how can you compare
Why
how
they
can you
not-
compare the real
Can't
thing?
compare
Why are they not fighting before? Like, what's happening?
Yeah. yeah. Give me the pre-story, man. Actually, you should have the post-story when the guy's trying to run away. That should be a whole scene, you know. He's trying to break out of the window and, you know, he's got a towel on.
No one gets to the end anyway. so,
No.
like,
Yeah. They have what is called the money shot, but I don't buy it. When does that happen for us? This so-called money
no, but
shot. Man.
I found out that it's just really bad for you. So like,
Why is
What,
it
the
bad?
money shot?
no, just like
Porn addiction is bad. But
Yeah.
any addiction is bad, right?
Yeah.
Porn itself is
Because you
bad
can't
for
be in a funeral and everyone is crying. You're like, what the hell? Oh, he's a great guy. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Or like in the. Never
No.
mind, I was gonna say.
Say.
I was in the parliament. or
Yeah,
something,
but it's true. It's there on record. You can't hide. It's okay.
Yeah.
See, they're men. Whether they're politicians, they're men. If they're scientists, they're men. If they're sportsmen, they're men. If they're Bollywood, they're all men.
Yeah.
They're like us.
That's
So
something-
some of them will behave badly.
Yeah, that's something people need to realize. And whoever you look at,
There's no gods.
he's just a
There's no
dude.
gods. They're just human
Yeah.
beings. Yeah. I feel more comfortable if people are like that. You know, honestly, because you know what their vices are. The guys
Yeah.
like Spawn. Okay, not the worst thing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not into genocide, right? So let's start there. Porn, okay, cheats on his wife. Okay, all right. He's not really kind to kids. Fine. I mean, there's far bigger
Levels
crimes
to it.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't trust the guy who doesn't like. You're like, I don't drink, I don't smoke.
Yes.
I
Mr.
don't-"
Perfect.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
trust
Yeah.
him. Like, you've got to keep your eyes open.
Hitler didn't drink or smoke, and in fact, he was veg. Sorry, just brought
I mean,
He was
He had his vices though. He had. Like,
apparently.
he had a.
Okay.
He had some.
Yeah, he
vices.
did.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
meth,
He did?
for sure.
some vices.
Meth.
He
I
I
had.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he was heavily on towards the second half because he had all kinds. I think he had Parkinson's.
Speed.
This famous hand
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
going up properly
Oh,
also.
it was like
So he
this.
started doing, actually, not even a joke. He was
Started
actually,
flinching.
Yeah, so everyone else is worried. What? Change the, we don't do this. So only this, is it?
There is a video of him giving a speech at the Olympics.
Yeah,
The
36
the Nazi Olympics.
Yeah, I was there. There's Jesse Owen, myself, Otis Pereira.
No, but if you see that, he's
think it's
fully
okay then.
on it. No, he's.
He's on.
Yeah.
Those are the uppers.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about these things which are caused because of the Parkinson's that he
Oh,
had
right,
a lot
right,
more.
right.
At some point, because ultimately he's the alpha.
How the fuck do you
Fucking
crush it?
spit
then?
coming out while his teeth.
It's like a
He
beast.
He
for
should
like
have
1
been
hour,
a
he's just
powerlifter.
Going and going and
He should have been a powerlifter. Wasted the talent.
Yeah.
He had that drive, to be a good powerlifter.
A lot of now I saw this video of the French president Macron.
Getting
And
beaten by his wife?
The wife is 14 years older, right?
Yeah, she beat him
Or
up.
20 years older.
Funny.
Yeah. Well, she smacked him, but it's not clear.
Yeah, but
That's a different video. There's this.
Oh, the Coke one?
The Coke.
Yeah.
video.
What?
There is
Him and
three of
the
them,
three
and
of
then
them.
they're just like
The German guy.
they're just like posing, and then he's
like the
wiping
other guy's
the
quickly
table.
taking the spoon. The other guy's taking the note.
This video is out
It's
there.
out
Yeah.
there, bro. It's quite popular.
And in Europe, they're upset because the Coke was cheap. The crack Coke, mixed one. So they were a little upset that the leader's using cheap Coke. But this is recession. So.
Oh, people get
Signs up.
surprised when they find these things out. Like,
Really? What's it got to do with anything, honestly? I mean, as long as they have their vices, we know what they are, we're safe.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the wife being older is a lovely thing. Because generally, all over the world, powerful men have younger wives.
Younger
It's a big deal for them. And then you got this guy, and he's got this wife who looks like she's going to be smacking him like a mom,
That's what
Come
she
here,
did.
beta, fatak. Your policy about the Middle East is all wrong. Slap.
when you have power, you want someone to. That's what they say about these like
S&M.
in like Saudi, and they say they get these girls and they ask them to do like weird things.
What the hell are you talking
He's
about?
talking about the Dubai parties.
Yeah, like
But that's
the
not just
sex
Dubai, that's anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. That's a stereotype at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point, but it's just like
I want to be one of those girls.
okay.
You want to be one of the girls?
Yeah.
Why?
I want to not cooperate. I want to be there, all these rich men and all that. I'm supposed to be, girl for hire. And then suppose he's one of those rich men. I'm going to go take my thing off and all that. I'm going to dance for him a little bit. I'm going to slap him and walk.
They'll probably like.
They like it.
They like
the
it.
thing.
They were like, I want her.
Because if you have all the power, you want someone to
To
like.
push you around.
Humble you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, nice. This guy's got good sense of psychology. So the alpha actually is the beta at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
Wow.
These. He's never gotten this much attention during any episode.
From
He's
anybody.
He's in love
Yeah.
Probably is.
with me.
He's going to follow you once
Yeah,
you go back.
yeah.
And if you follow him, he's in.
Do you even check your Instagram and like?
So Acosta does everything. Bro.
Okay.
But I do check because my wife's videos do very well. And she used to get really angry. But now I think her vanity has gone a little bit up. I think she also checks. Like the last one only went to 500,000 or something. And she was like, oh. only
Damn.
500,000. Yeah. So I was like, hey, come on, calm down.
That's
But it's embarrassing
good.
because they all do well. We've got millions and all with her. And I get some celebrities and we've got like 8 views. And they're mostly his friends. That. Internet's a strange thing. No
It's
idea.
a cycle. Like it.
No, I think
It's
they just like the fact that she's like a real person and she, like puts me in my place. It seems to work, which is the truth. So we try to keep it like that only.
No, I mean I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen a bit of those episodes. That dynamic is funny. Like people enjoy it.
She's always angry. My wife has 3 moods: angry, super angry, and ferociously angry. If she's angry, it's good. We go out for family dinner and all that. Then she beats up the valet or whatever. Not too much. But if the other extreme is like people die, there's blood. Valkeshwar is a very dangerous place, Malba Hill, Valkeshwar. Yeah. Even the police tell us, the worst posting. All you do is husband and wife fighting is the only thing that they have to deal with. Yeah. Okay, a cat on a tree, something like that.
That's also.
The cat happily is on the tree.
Yeah.
Not just
Guys
like-
escaping all the fighting.
yeah.
It's like it's too much for me.
Yeah. Awkward moment that this is over.
Yeah, this is an awkward time.
So this is a sense psychologically when we run out of conversation. We've had a good time.
We've not run out of
No, we
conversation.
can-
The marginal utility of the product has reached its end. Now we need to accept defeat. Yeah.
I want before like we can end this. I wanted to ask you now, like you've done this for so long, right? What do you?
There's no pension.
No, like, do you like the life that you've lived, and do you like, because you're in entertainment, we're early on in entertainment.
I mean, young guys, I miss my youth. I just feel horrible that I have to go back to my life. When I was young, I miss being older and richer and wiser. So it sucks, basically, But whatever you want the other thing. It's like no fun.
No, but I mean from like a career perspective, where you've done this for like all these years. It's
I was
like
hoping I didn't have to work after 50, so that didn't work out. Now I'll have to at least work till 60, it looks like.
But does it feel like work still?
I mean, it's not work in that sense. Look at this. How can we call this work? We're having fun, we're chatting,
right.
and nice guys, air-conditioned room.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you leave the house. And I feel...
So you don't like leaving?
I hate leaving the house. I'm a very
You
dog
gotta set up a
personality.
studio at home.
I don't want people to come to the house. Except for the Zomato guy, but he only comes outside the door. I don't bring him in, Let's not overdo it.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's my relationship is vendors. Vendors are lovely, So guy who comes with medicine and things like that. You talk to him for 1 minute. I was telling a friend of mine who works alone, and she was like, I don't have any friends. I said, it's overrated. Because, if you work, there are people around you, there are vendors. There's enough socialization that happens if you look at it. You don't really need friends. What are you going to do with these friends?
Go out?
I mean...
He doesn't like going out.
Okay.
No, now I don't like going out because I don't drink. I don't want to be the guy I used to make fun
Right.
of.
Well,
So on Friday night, I'm like...
This is what I'm struggling with.
Going
kinda
out
right
without
now. Like
drinking
when you
is
go out
difficult.
and like everyone's drinking, having
Yeah,
a good
what's the
time, and
point,
if I'm not drinking,
Yeah, don't
and
go.
it's fun. It's
Yeah,
not
and I
like
know
you
it's
Bring the
drink and
fun down, no? Because I'm not having that kind of fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
heightened and
that's
emotions
what I'm
are.
saying. If you've drank before and
Yeah.
you're going
I
out,
know it's
you
fun.
know
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
drink, it's going to be more fun.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So you're there just miserable knowing that you could be.
You know, voices get louder, right? Everybody
Yeah.
else's,
Yeah.
and you're normal.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
really out of it, man. Because they're all being
And you
over
can
friendly
see
and
them,
fake
yeah.
to some extent, but also happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least initially when you're drinking. So everybody's got that high, and you're the only guy who's talking. All three of you are like, hey, you know how men greet each other when they're drinking. Hemant, what up? I mean, they hate each other. They do all that. And
Yeah.
then you're the only guy who's like, hi, Hemant. You know?
Yeah.
In fact, like being in that room sober makes you want to drink less. Like you're like,
I
oh, I
just
don't
want
want
to
to be
run.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife has these running groups and all that we have to attend lunches and all for something like, but I just want to run. I mean, they all have a good time and all that, but I'm the only one sitting there looking at the clock. It's horrible, yeah.
Yeah.
But are you happy that you stopped drinking?
I didn't have a choice, bro. It's a long story. I was misbehaving. It's very, you know, when you're 20 and you come home and you take your clothes off and stand on the dining table and sing Italian opera, your mother and father are very happy. Yeah, bro, Cyrus, you know, so cute. 30, you know, take off your clothes, you know, and you're doing splits and, you know, batting shadow cricket on the table. It's fine. Once you cross 40, you're like the uncle creep, fucked up, you know, nutcase.
Yeah.
And there are young girls walking around at the same time and this madman is coming, taking his clothes off. You know, one day my dad is walking my German Shepherd and he found on our car side mirror, there was I'm a big Elvis fan, so I had an Elvis tie, and the Elvis tie was there. And he was like, what the hell? Then he looked up and I was sleeping on top.
Of the car?
Yeah.
You passed out on the car.
The building is right there.
Huh.
The car is right outside the building. And why was I sleeping there?
You passed out on
Went on top of the car.
Yeah, with my tie. I'd taken the tie out because I'm very fond of my Elvis tie. Nobody touches my Elvis tie. And I hung it on the side mirror.
And then you climbed the car.
So I presume I thought I was in the room.
Wow.
Yeah, I climbed the car. I was sleeping on the
climbing.
top. And my dog alerted him, you know, and then he's waking his 23, 24-year-old son who's like lying there. And he must have been thinking, what did I do, you know? I bought him an air gun, I bought him bow and arrow, told him Tarzan stories, I did everything. And he's another drunkard. Yeah, so
Yeah, that hurts.
in the 20s also it's okay, but by 45 you can't be doing that anymore.
Yeah, that's-
So going to fights. I'm not a fighty guy. I get into fights for no reason. I was in lockup 3 or 4 times. You know, it's very embarrassing, man. People have to get you out, keep it out of the papers, this kind of thing. It was too much, man. And no, the girls. Oh my God. And the worst part with girls, you chase them. Occasionally someone is okay with it.
Yeah.
You're married, that's the end of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because out of 50 women, there's one who behaves like you. Then what are you going to do? Brother, this is my warning to you youngsters.
Yeah.
Drink more. No.
You might think that, oh, how can you end up on a car and like how drunk do you have to be? But it depends on the person.
That's what happens when you
My-
drink too much.
My
No.
grandfather,
Yeah.
he was like a big time like drinker like crazy, and this is when Iran was free.
Yeah.
So like
In the Shah's time.
yeah. So he has stories where he's like gotten out of bed at night after drinking and he's like standing on the chalk directing traffic. Like there's stories of him like doing.
He's a legend, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
it
like
depends on the
alcohol
person.
can take
slightly
you.
harmlis because you're
Yeah,
not really
that's-
harming
No,
anyone.
but accident
when
ho
it
raha na
becomes
wahan
aggressive
par.
behavior, it becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Like-
but it's a fun story. It doesn't sound like an obnoxious story.
No,
Except for
maybe
the two,
I haven't heard the
two cars
obnoxious
that
one.
bang
Banged
and,
into
you
each
know.
other because he's like,
Yeah. Is that why people do it here also? Like random civilians just start directing
but
traffic.
here it's needed, bro. There's absolutely
That's
it's
true.
fucking chaotic.
Here it's
But
needed.
partying with you must have been like a.
No, so everybody was partying. We had a good time, man. Like, oof. So me and my pal Kunal, I remember Bombay Times parties, which used to be very famous, and that's a free bar. Okay, imagine now you're in your 20s,
Yeah.
Yeah,
free
yeah.
bar. With
Oh, you don't have
the
to.
world from all age groups, from 18 to 70, and they all are hot. Like, you know, and as you get drunk, they look hotter, right? But we would still do the prenup of drinking in his house first and getting drunk of free booze, like idiots. There's no need to do that. Everything was
Yeah,
there.
everything was
By the way, walk in, we're plastered. We're friggin', you know, I can't remember anything. I landed up in Walkeshwar on the road. I don't know where he was at the end of that night. I mean, there were just shots. I remember I was telling Fardeen, he was there at one party, and we were sharing. I had a memory of drinking shots with him and his cousin Zayed. And we go, taka, 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 taka.
Huh.
We can't believe it. We're like 3 young guys. It's just an empty
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
The fellow's just giving you whatever you want. Let's try this, let's try that. Can't pronounce the fucking drink. Just
Yeah.
drinking. And next thing you know, you have no memory. Zero.
Yeah,
what fun.
We've had
We've
one of
had
those. Yeah.
We should
But yeah.
glamorize this.
We should.
This is not good.
Yeah.
This is Bonvita. Born beta.
This is probably not the best thing to do, but yeah, it's something.
It's fun. You should try it out once.
When I look back, it's fun and all that, but I don't know how he survived that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I should do, which was really bad, please don't do that. To impress girls, I should put my foot out of my Fiat car. It was a Fiat in the early 90s. Put my foot out, and I would create the burning those friction, like a fire. Not one girl was impressed. I mean, nobody traveled with me again, but I kept doing this. I kept saying, check this out. Hey, check at full pace. The things we do. What kind of morons?
Yeah, that.
What idiot does that? And what kind of girl? She goes to tell her parents, Cyrus, he puts his foot out while driving at 80, 90 miles per hour and he creates fire sparks. You think the father is ever going to let her sit in the car again?
Yeah.
He'll fucking come on his scooter and take her home at 3 in the morning, but I am not allowed.
Yeah.
So some bad stories.
But then you did it right. Like you had everything, like you had all the fun that you could have, and now you're like, okay, that's done. That's like a
No, I think my
closed.
daughter was about 7, 8 when I stopped, and she said, Dad, enough now. It's very embarrassing. And also I said, okay, boss. Once your daughter starts telling you've got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And also my mom, she's very sweet and all that, but she was disappointed, because every Friday night, the same story. Till then, I'm great. Friday night, drink too much, come back early morning. And my mother would still say the same thing. Only 2. Literally, every time I'm exiting, only 2.
2 drinks.
Mom, you should see my only 2. I begin with 4. Only 2 was never a possibility. But don't drink. It's bad.
Oh man, like it's something like you have to learn to keep under control, because a lot of people
But
like
see, not everybody has a problem, right?
Yeah.
A lot of my friends were okay. They would drink, get drunk also, but never cross lines. Then 3, 4 of us would be badly behaved. In every group, I think there's only a few who lose control, get out of control.
Yeah.
But that's
Clothes come off, urinate in public. The things I've done, brother, don't ask.
But both the
By the way, I don't know why
are
my
bad,
clothes kept coming off, but I have
Yeah,
clothes
why
coming
would they
off.
constantly
I don't
coming
know.
off?
Maybe I'm a bit of an exhibitionist.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
you even if you're built like Ronnie Coleman or something, you still take your clothes off everywhere you go. It's just not polite, right? It's Auntie's
That's an
65th
extreme.
birthday.
Let's go.
Unless-
Happy birthday,
Guy's
Auntie.
walking in the background with no clothes and a bottle in his hand. I mean, like,
Unless you're at a concert, it's not a good
prayer
idea.
meeting. This
Baby
Friday night
shark.
drinking, it's like he was a great soul, and there I am wandering around.
you can pass it off as a character. There's this comedian Bert Kreischer. He's always shirtless. He's always shirtless.
Yeah. And he drinks non-stop.
Yeah.
But he also trains, apparently.
Like, he drinks and then goes to the gym and like.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. It's strange. Yeah.
No, but with the
He giggles a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you express yourselves after drinking. There's people who don't do anything. People who get really
they're
drunk
scary.
and they're silent.
The ones who go silent.
That's
no?
also bad.
Yeah, that's bad. So those I think are the psychos.
But what do they do when
Like
they're
the
silent?
problem with that is like they'll never stop because they're not misbehaving. So no one has a problem. They're just drinking and
They go more to a shell. There's
Yeah,
a rare
yeah.
species goes more to a shell, right?
Yeah.
And they really intimidate you.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone's having fun, but this guy's now even more intense.
yeah.
Like him. You talk?
Yeah,
You take your clothes off?
No, I can't.
I can't means what? It's a skill?
He thought he's
One day
asking.
I can? What? I don't know what he's saying.
He thought you were asking him.
I don't want you to take your clothes off for me.
Okay, guys, this is getting out of hand. Before
10 minutes and everyone's t-shirts are going to be off.
let's end it before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing
Yeah.
this, man. This
This
was
was
like
really fun.
a lot
I
of
won't say
fun.
pleasure because I'll be stretching it, but yeah, it was fun.
No, it was fun.
It was
for
fun.
sure.
Yeah.
We should do it
It's a
again
pleasant
sometime.
room.
Yeah,
Good
we'll-
vibes.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a revisit. We'll do like in a year or so.
Yeah, or we'll find a theme.
Done.
Like why aren't there more horizontally challenged people on air?
Why
You
not?
gotta have,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
have something
Yeah.
to believe
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Why not?
And
Yeah.
Vertically, you mean?
Vertically
Yeah,
challenging.
horizontal.
Help me, guys.
Yeah.
Vertically,
I'm talking too
vertically.
much. You come on my ears.
Okay. sure.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's-
Thank you so much.
Thank
They've
you
had
again.
enough. They're leaving. So embarrassing. The guest is alone. Nothing changes. Bartender, sabka 2 pack.